Also brought to you by Marshall Health. We are Marshall Health. Ford, there's more in store. The Par Mar Courtside Show brings you an in-depth look at tonight's matchup, highlights and scores from around the conference and country, plus an exclusive conversation with head coach Corny Jackson. Now, let's go courtside. Here's the voice of the herd, Steve Cotton.
Welcome to the quarterfinals round of the Sun Belt Conference Basketball Championship Tournament. Day 5 of this week-long event in Pensacola, Florida. Game 2 for the Marshall University Thundering Herd. Marshall's place in today's game was not secured until right at the very end of the Herd's first game last night, when Dezane Mingo delivered a pick-and-roll floater to Obina Anachili-Killen, who eased his shot off the glass while being fouled. A three-point play that resulted in a three-point win. Final score, Marshall 79, Georgia State 76. The win gave Marshall a 20-win season in Corny Jackson's rookie year as the head coach at his alma mater, and gave the Herd another day to play, another chance to extend its season, the chance to move one step closer to the ultimate goal, the Sun Belt Conference Championship. Today's opponent has been dreaming of that title all year long, since the Arkansas State Red Wolves were chosen by the league's coaches as the team to beat. Ark State was the preseason pick to win the title, and they did indeed win the regular season title, a share anyway, as part of a four-way tie for the best record in the conference, 13-5, along with South Alabama, James Madison, and Troy, though the Red Wolves came out on the wrong end of that tiebreaker and are the number 4 seed here at the tournament. They went 22-9 overall. Marshall enters tonight's contest now with a record of 20-12. Good evening. Welcome to the Florida Panhandle and the Pensacola Bay Center for tonight's tournament contest. I'm Steve Cotton in Pensacola, along with Brandon Joseph from his seat back at Network Control. We thank you for tuning in for some Sun Belt Tournament basketball on this Saturday night. The Thundering Herd Courtside Show is brought to you by Par Mar Stores. You're never far from a Par Mar. Marshall is trying to make it a clean sweep of Arkansas State, having won the only regular season meeting between the schools, 77-72 in the Cam Henderson Center a month ago. It was a balanced attack that did the trick that night. Nate Martin paced 5 double-digit scores for the Herd with an 18-point, 14-rebound double-double. Arkansas State sharpshooter Joseph Pinion paced the Red Wolves with 21, including a 4-for-9 mark on three-pointers. We're marching on toward tip-off for Marshall and Arkansas State, but have much to send your direction before they tip it off, including our pregame chat with Coach Corny Jackson, Brandon's first scoreboard rundown on a very busy and interesting college hoop Saturday, and more about the Thundering Herd and the Red Wolves when the Par Mar Stores Courtside Show continues on the other side of this timeout.
If there's not a Par Mar store near you now, there will be soon. You hear us say that a lot, but it's true. Wherever you may go, chances are you will find a Par Mar store there, offering everything you need to get you in and back on the road as soon as possible. From gas to groceries to snacks and items for your house, we have it at Par Mar Stores. Download the app and sign up for the Par Mar Stores rewards card too. West Virginia, Ohio, Kentucky, Maryland, Pennsylvania, and Virginia. If there's not a Par Mar store near you now, there will be soon. Find your location now at parmarstores.com.
The Marshall Sports Medicine Institute, the exclusive provider of sports medicine services to Marshall University Athletics, is pleased to offer walk-in clinics 6 days a week. Full-service appointments are available on a walk-in basis weekdays from 9 until 3, and a screening clinic is conducted Saturday mornings 8 to 10. No appointment necessary. For more information, call 304-691-1880. The Marshall Sports Medicine Institute, taking care of the Herd, taking care of you.
This is the Thundering Herd Sports Network from Learfield.
Your personal checking account? Then one of our new Community Trust Advantage checking accounts might be right for you. Our Advantage checking accounts offer great features such as ID Protect, roadside assistance, cell phone protection, travel and leisure discounts, and shopping rewards, which makes it easier for you to save money on everyday purchases. Learn more at ctbi.com. Get more out of your checking. Open an account today. Our friendly, professional staff at one of our many branches will be happy to assist you.
Community Trust Bank. Building communities built on trust. Member FDIC. Terms and conditions apply. A dream can begin with any play with the West Virginia Lottery. While every play can't be a winner, every play is a win for West Virginia. Since 1986, lottery proceeds have been invested in our future. More than $3.9 billion towards West Virginia education. Proceeds have helped pave the way for high school graduates to reach their higher education dreams with the Promise Scholarship. No, not every play is a winner, but every play is a win for West Virginia. Dream big, because when you play, West Virginia wins. Play in-store or online with the iPlay app.
Please play responsibly.
The winner of today's Marshall-Arkansas State game will most importantly advance to tomorrow evening's semifinal matchup against the number 1 seed South Alabama Jaguars, but it will also take the advantage to the all-time series between these two schools. At the moment, the 6 meetings have been split 3 each way. Arkansas State won the first 3 meetings. Right now, Marshall holds a 3-game win streak, including that Herd win in Huntington on February the 5th of this year. Today's games, of course, in the Sun Belt Conference Tournament. The first meeting between the Herd and the Red Wolves came in a different tournament setting at the Kentucky Invitational in Rupp Arena on the 16th of December, 1988. The Red Wolves came out on top of an 81-73 game. Arkansas State's John Tate went for 35 points and 10 rebounds. Arkansas State also won both ends of a home-and-home series in 2013 and 2014. The Herd won a one-off game in the Henderson Center in 2020. Now Marshall has won both meetings since the teams have been Sun Belt Conference mates. In overtime in Jonesboro, Arkansas in 2023, then that 77-72 game in the Henderson Center just over a month ago. Time now for our keys to the game, brought to you by Ford. There's more in store. I think that it is fair to say, far and wide, those who pay close attention to the Sun Belt Conference basketball world would come to the consensus that Arkansas State is top to bottom the most physically talented team in the league. The Red Wolves boast a first-team All-Sun Belt Conference performer in guard Taryn Todd, a third-teamer in post player Isaiah Nelson, and even though he was shut out on postseason awards, forward Kobe Julian was the preseason pick as the league's player of the year. Statistically, across the board, they just seem to be a bit better than the opponents in pretty much every category. They're obviously good enough to finish in that 4-way tie for first place in the league standings, but they came out on the bottom of that tiebreaker to become the number 4 seed here in Pensacola. And, of course, they dropped that regular season meeting with the now number 5 seeded Herd, so they can be beaten if you play well. The Red Wolves, also come into this game cold. The number 4 seed carried the bye all the way to these quarterfinals. But right now is the first time the Red Wolves have had any practice here in the Bay Center, their pregame warm-ups. Marshall has a game under its belt and a win already in the pocket here in Pensacola. We talk a little bit of defense, brought to you by Stephen New & Associates, the official injury attorneys of Marshall Athletics. Stephen New is a proud graduate of Marshall University and for more than 25 years has fought for West Virginia clients and their families. Marshall must move the feet defensively and keep the Red Wolves from breaking you down one-on-one. They have that ability and the desire to do just that. Be it in transition, they'll push it. You get back. You can't allow them to beat you down the floor. But even in the half court, they'll just try to break their man down. Fundamental defense is the key. Make them work for what they get. If you get sloppy or lackadaisical, they make you pay. The Herd cannot allow that to happen. Moving toward tip-off at the Bay Center, Marshall a win under its belt already, tries to make it 2 wins in 2 days and get to the semifinals tomorrow. The winner of this game takes on the South Alabama Jaguars. We'll take a break. When we come back, you're going to hear from the coach himself. It's Corny Jackson when the Par-Mar Sports Courtside Show continues.
Hey there, Herd fans. If you or someone you know needs a lawyer related to an injury or wrongful death case, we highly recommend you choose Stephen New & Associates as your lawyers. Stephen is a proud graduate of Marshall University, and for more than 25 years, he has fought for West Virginia clients and their families. Stephen New & Associates are the official injury attorneys of Marshall Athletics, and they truly care about every client they serve. Go Herd!
For more than 4 decades now, Ford F-Series has given hard-working folks more of everything they want in a truck. More capability, more power, and more smart technology. That's why, for 47 years now, more people have chosen Ford F-Series than any other brand. To test drive a new F-Series yourself and discover a 47-year legacy of toughness, visit your local Ford store today.
This is your home of the Herd, the Thundering Herd Sports Network from Learfield.
What do you call a group of grown men and women decked out in green and white who get together every Saturday to share a 3-hour-long ritual of jumping, singing, and toasting Miller Lite while yelling, "We are," with someone shouting back "Marshall" over and over again? You call it Miller Time in Huntington. Here's to the Thundering Herd. Here's to the original light beer with only 96 calories. It's Miller Time. Must be 21. Celebrate responsibly.
Buying your dream home. Driving down new roads. Starting that business you've always dreamed of. Sending your kids off to college. Living out your dream retirement. No matter what dreams you have, Encova Insurance can help make them a reality. Visit Encova.com to find an agent in your neighborhood and find out how you can customize your home, auto, and business insurance to fit your needs today. Encova Insurance. We're ready for what's next.
Time now to go one-on-one with the head coach of the Herd, Corny Jackson. Our pregame conversation with Coach Jackson is presented by Marshall Health. We are Marshall Health. With the coach, here's Steve Cotton.
Coach Corny Jackson, in a tournament setting, you turned the page last night and went on to what's going on with Arkansas State. But what a game in round one, right down to the very end. What was your takeaway from the Herd's win over Georgia State?
I was pleased with our resilience. You know, we got down. We were down most of the game, but our guys stayed together. They stayed poised, and we kept fighting. And then we were able to make a really good play at the end of the ball game.
You had the adversity. You had foul trouble, DeZane and Obina sitting in the first half. And then both of those guys came through big time in the second half.
Yeah, you know, it's tournament play. So, you know, everyone's familiar with one another. You can live scout, which you can't do during the regular season. So guys, you know, they know your sets, they know your tendencies, they know your actions. I mean, Arkansas State, they were sitting at our game 4 coaches deep. So it's one of those deals where you try to execute and you really lean on the players to make plays after the play, right? Because some teams may try to take away your initial action, but it's the second and third action that you need to get in DeZane. And Obina obviously made a great read. What a great pass by DeZane, and then a great catch and finish by Obina to end our game last night.
Yeah, how about that end game situation where you had a timeout, you could have used it, but you let them play it out. What all's going through the coach's mind at that point?
Well, you know, we were running one of our actions is basically read and react sets, and you know, it was open. You know, we were getting it, we were rolling pretty good, and you know, I felt confident in those guys that once we got that offensive rebound off the missed free throw, that we can come down and get that. You know, a lot of times, you know, each coach is different. Some coaches may call a timeout right there, but I didn't want to risk calling a timeout and then having to get the ball back in. I just really wanted to play in the flow, and I trusted Obina and DeZane to make a play.
Well, they paid off for you on that. All right, so Arkansas State now, preseason pick to win the league, preseason player of the year. Up and down that roster, you have really, really talented players. Yeah,
they're talented. They can score the basketball. They have everything. They have a really good point guard. Julian was preseason player of the year. They have really good big men. You know, the Nelson kid against South Alabama, I believe he had 31 and 20, 10 offensive rebounds. So again, they're long, they're athletic, they can score. We just have to come out and we have to focus on what we do. We have to limit their transition because they're really good in transition, and then keep them off the offensive glass.
Yeah, a little bit more about that transition, because with all those athletes, premier athletes up and down, they're looking to do that. That is in their mind, isn't it?
Yeah, they want to run. They want to get up and down. You know, the Todd kid, he's a one-man fast break. He's the type of young man, he can come down once we hit a shot or two. He'll come down get to the rim itself, even if you have 5 guys back. So, again, we have to put a premium on getting back, stopping them in transition, keeping them off offensive glass, and then in the half court, staying disciplined, communicating, because they run a lot of actions to try to get those guys downhill.
And then kind of a wild card for them is Pinion, who is a sharpshooter from distance.
Yeah, he's a game changer. You know, he's taken 285 shots and 206 have been threes. Quick release, unlimited range. He has the freedom to take those shots, so he's a dangerous player. We can't lose sight of him. We have to make sure that every shot he takes is contested.
On the other hand, that's a team that was picked in the preseason to win the league. They finish in the tie for first place in the regular season, but you handled them in Huntington. You had a balanced attack that day, 5 double-digit scores, and Jalen Spear didn't even get to double figures.
Yeah, you know what? That game was so long ago, and once you get here, Steve, it's all the preseason stuff is out of the window. All the preseason picks is out of the window. Everybody is on the even playing fields and neutral court. We just have to come out and execute. We have to play Marshall basketball, which is hard, tough, and physical. Keep them out of transition, keep them off the glass, and then offensively we have to execute and make shots.
How about the herd crowd that has made its way to Pensacola? They were loud at the end of that game last night.
Yeah, they were loud. I told the guys last night I'll put our crowd up against any crowd in the country, and no matter the size of the school. You know, our fans care, they're passionate, and we definitely appreciate their support.
Coach Courtney Jackson, thank you. Good luck.
Thank you. Go Herd.
All right, there's the coach. Marshall against Arkansas State here at the Sun Belt Conference Tournament. We'll take a break. What else is going on? This is a huge basketball day, a huge sports day around the college world, and we've got Brandon standing by with a scoreboard update when we return in the Par-Mar Stores Courtside Show.
Looking for someone you can trust for your kitchen or bathroom remodel? Affordable Contracting Solutions is locally owned and operated with an A+ rating with the Better Business Bureau. Affordable Contracting Solutions offers kitchen and bath remodels, decks, and more, on time and on budget. Find them on Facebook at facebook.com/Affordable Contracting Solutions. Send them a message for a free consultation or give them a call at 800-940-0271.
Victor's Cleaners is the preferred fabric care specialist of Marshall Athletics, celebrating over 100 years of cleaning your game's best. Victor's Cleaners specializes in everything from golf shirts and khakis to sweaters and coats. Simply everything. Stop by one of the 2 convenient locations in Huntington, downtown at 729 6th Avenue and at 5990 U.S. Route 60 East. Give us a call at 304-525-5050. Trust Victor's Cleaners to help get the wrinkles out of your life. Victor's Cleaners, proud partner of Marshall Athletics.
This is the Thundering Herd Sports Network from Learfield.
At Marshall Health, we work together on and off the field to achieve a level of healthcare unmatched in our region. We partner with patients, physicians, care teams, and communities to deliver specialized care to get you healthy and keep you in the game. Together, we are proving that great healthcare changes lives. That's the power of we. Learn more at 304-691-1600 or marshallhealth.org. We are Marshall Health. Go Herd!
Are you ready to show your thunderous support for Marshall Thundering Herd basketball? Turn to the winning team at Thornhill Auto Group. We are revved up to back the Herd with unbeatable deals on new and pre-owned vehicles. Drive in style and join the Thundering Herd spirit. Thornhill Auto Group, where community and champions collide. Offering new Chevy, GMC, Ford, Lincoln, Mitsubishi, Chrysler, Dodge, Jeep, Ram, and Toyota. Click or come by the Thornhill Motor Mile, US 119 in Chapmanville, Logan, and Belfry, or thornhillautomotive.com. Go Herd! Go Thornhill! We are the road to total savings. See Thornhill for complete details.
As we draw closer to tip-off, it's time to check what's going on around the Sun Belt Conference and the Top 25 with a scoreboard update.
Brandon Joseph inside our network studios getting you set for tonight's action between Marshall and Arkansas State. Tip-off in about 10 minutes time from the Pensacola Bay Center. We had a huge slate of basketball going on. A lot of conferences wrapping up their regular season this afternoon, and none bigger taking place over in Alabama. Neville Arena, Auburn University, where number 7 Alabama beats number 1 Auburn in overtime.
Phylon will bring it ahead with 12, with 11. Phylon Front court at 10, 9, Phylon at 7, Phylon at 6, Phylon at 5, over to Sears at 3, Sears at 2, at 1 for the win. Ball game, ball game, ball game, Bama wins.
Oh my goodness, Mark Sears with the floater at the buzzer.
The Mark Sears floater gave the Crimson Tide the 93-91 victory over number 1 ranked Auburn. 7th-seeded Crimson Tide finished their regular season at 13-5 in the SEC, 24-7 overall. Number 1 Auburn, 27-4 overall, 15-3 in the SEC. They will still be the number 1 seed heading into next week's SEC tournament. Number 4, Tennessee knocked off South Carolina 75-65. Number 6, St. John's beat number 20 Marquette in overtime 86-84. Number 10, Iowa beat Kansas State 73-57. And a big victory over in Fayetteville as John Calipari's Arkansas Razorback knocks off number 25 Mississippi State 93-92. Another ranked final. Number 19 Kentucky beats number 15 Missouri 91-83. Over in Pensacola for the women's tournament that took place earlier this afternoon. Unfortunately, the Marshall women, they lost to Troy 85-54. Their season is over. And Coastal Carolina beat Georgia State 77-68. Getting ready to tip between Arkansas State and Marshall coming up on the other side of the break. We'll head back out to Pensacola here on the West Virginia Lottery, Tony Hurd Sports Network from Learfield.
Tyler Mountain Springwater, a proud partner of Marshall Athletics, has been serving customers across Herd Country since 1930. Customers we are serving include home, office, and industry. Tyler Mountain Water also now makes available office coffee service, traditional packs, and K-Cups. Tyler Mountain Water, where good taste just comes naturally. Clear and fresh, Tyler Mountain is the best. The height of perfection, the peak of purity. Tyler Mountain Springwater, where good taste just comes naturally.
When the unexpected happens, it's good to know that you can count on Panhandle Cleaning and Restoration, the official restoration partner of Marshall Athletics. Whether it's fire, smoke, flood, or storm damage at your home or business, you can rest assured that we have helped thousands of customers just like you with the right people, equipment, and expertise. We are ready to respond 24 hours a day to get you back on your feet.
This is your home of the Herd, the Thundering Herd Sports Network from Learfield.
Whether it's a septic clean out, locating a tank, or pumping grease traps, One Way Septic has you covered. Hosting an outdoor event, Rent-A-Can is the perfect solution to keep things running smoothly. Offering portable restrooms, luxury restroom trailers, hand washing stations, and more. Our friendly staff is here to take care of your needs. We also offer roll-off dumpsters too. One Way Septic and Rent-A-Can. Visit us online at onewayseptic.com or call us today at 304-429-5218.
Aw, shucks, the game's on TV, but I can't listen to the call of my favorite team broadcasters.
Never fear, Sync My Game is here.
Sync My Game?
Yes, Sync My Game. If you have a DVR and streaming device, head to syncmygame.com from Learfield. It's never been easier to hear the impassioned voices of your favorite radio crew synced with the TV.
Wow, thank you, Mr.
Just remember, syncmygame.com.
Moving toward tip-off here at the Pensacola Bay Center. Marshall and the Arkansas State Red Wolves on the floor as we go into the paint. Brought to you by the West Virginia Building and Construction Trades. Always moving forward. It's all about transition. Arkansas State, superior athletes, and they want to take that to their advantage every way they can. And the quickest way is to get up the floor quickly and try to get the odd man rush, to use a hockey term, or just break you down one-on-one. We'll see if the Herd can keep that from happening. If you do, that goes a long way toward giving yourself a chance against the immensely talented Arkansas State Red Wolves. It is quarterfinals day at the Sun Belt Conference Tournament. It's Marshall against Arkansas State. Headed your way next.
We are Marshall.
This crowd's ready to roar. Long three swish.
New era, same thunder.
360 degrees slam.
We are ready.
Launches his first career three. He knocks it down. Drive, a finger roll.
presents Marshall University Basketball. Today's broadcast of Thundering Herd Basketball is sponsored by the West Virginia Lottery. It could happen to you. Play in store and online with iPlay. Download the WV Lottery app today. Visit WVLottery.com and check out our contests on Facebook or Instagram. 18 plus to play. Play responsibly. 1-800-GAMBLER. Marshall Health. We are Marshall Health. Miller Lite, the original light beer. Ford, there's more in store. It's game time on the West Virginia Lottery Thundering Herd Sports Network from Learfield. Let's head courtside. Here's the voice of the herd, Steve Cotton.
And crowd ready to go here in the Pensacola Bay Center. It's a hockey arena, about 8,000 seats for that. And there are plenty of seats available still, but as the tournament goes on, more and more will come. There are a lot of people wearing red here right now, not necessarily for Arkansas State. Troy plays later on this evening, and that's a pretty short drive for a lot of the Trojan fans. Starting lineups are brought to you by Marshall Health. We are Marshall Health. For the home seeded team, the higher seed, the Arkansas State Red Wolves, Terrence Ford's the point guard. 6'1" sophomore, Chicago, Illinois, 9 points, 3 rebounds, 5 assists per game. He does everything you want a point guard to do. Taryn Todd is a scorer, 6'4" senior from Vaughan, Ontario, Canada, 15 points, 5 rebounds a game. Joseph Pinion is the team's designated sharpshooter, 6'5", a junior from Morrilton, Arkansas, transfer from the University of Arkansas, 12 points per game, 37% from beyond the three-point line, unlimited distance. Kobe Julian and Isaiah Nelson are the inside players. Julian, the preseason league player of the year, 6'8", a senior from Baton Rouge, Louisiana, averages 12 points and 5 rebounds a game. Isaiah Nelson has had a huge finish to the season. The 6'10" junior from Atlanta, Georgia, 5 straight double-doubles, including a 30-point, 21-rebound game at Louisiana and a 16-point, 23-rebound game against South Alabama. 10 points, 9 rebounds on average for the year. One more break, and then we'll come back and check the Marshall lineup and get it going here in Pensacola after this.
For more than 4 decades now, Ford F-Series has given hard-working folks more of everything they want in a truck. More capability, more power, and more smart technology. That's why, for 47 years now, more people have chosen Ford F-Series than any other brand. To test drive a new F-Series yourself and discover a 47-year legacy of toughness, visit your local Ford store today.
This is the Thundering Herd Sports Network from Learfield.
Glenn's Sporting Goods has the largest Marshall department ever in the tri-state area. Ladies, men's, kids, and even a pet section, Glenn's has something for the entire family. With brands like Nike, Champion, and Under Armour, Glenn's will have your closet full of Marshall gear for game day. Glenn's is an official Nike sideline dealer with all the latest designs. Glenn's has it all from Marshall accessories to tailgating essentials. Glenn's is the Herd headquarters. Glenn's Sporting Goods, 3rd Avenue and 11th Street, downtown Huntington.
The Marshall Sports Medicine Institute, the exclusive provider of sports medicine services to Marshall University Athletics, is pleased to offer walk-in clinics 6 days a week. Full service appointments are available on a walk-in basis weekdays from 9 until 3, and a screening clinic is conducted Saturday mornings 8 to 10. No appointment necessary. For more information, call 304-691-1880. The Marshall Sports Medicine Institute, taking care of the herd, taking care of you.
To the crowd here at the Bay Center. Arkansas State's then will be, and we will be underway in the quarterfinal round of the Sun Belt Tournament. Marshall's lineup, Zane Mingo, Jalen Spear, Mike Dawson, Obina Anachili-Killen, and Nate Martin. No surprises there. Mingo had a huge game, delivered the game-winning pass for Obina Anachili-Killen's three-point play to break the tie and give Marshall the 79-76 win last night over Georgia State in the first game for the Thundering Herd. Jalen Spear, 6'1" grad student from Gainesville, Florida, 11 points, 2 rebounds a game. Mike Dawson, 6'5" graduate transfer from Huntington, West Virginia, 13 points, 4 rebounds a game for the Herd. Anachili-Killen didn't score in the first half yesterday, but the 6'8" grad student from Lagos, Nigeria, who leads Marshall with 14 points per game average on the year. Had 16 in the second half, including the 3 that broke the tie and gave Marshall the win and the trip to today's quarterfinals. Nate Martin, the 6'8 senior from Houston, Texas, was, no surprise, a force on the glass in last night's game. 9 points, 14 rebounds for Big Nate, who had an 18-point, 14-rebound double-double against Arkansas State in Marshall's regular season win over these Red Wolves in the Cam Henderson Center. Before they introduced the starting lineups, they took the Arkansas State team out to midcourt and gave them a Sun Belt Conference regular season trophy and took a picture. That's going to happen again in the second game tonight and in both games, the semifinal games tomorrow, because you had quad champions in the regular season. Arkansas State, Troy, which plays tonight, James Madison, and South Alabama, which play in the semifinals tomorrow. Those two sitting around waiting to see who wins these two games now. Marshall against Arkansas State and Troy and Old Dominion to follow. Marshall wearing the green uniforms. Arkansas State designated as the home team, as the higher seed. The officiating crew ready to go, and just trying to get the Red Wolves back out there, and we'll be underway in the quarterfinal round. The Marshall women's team won 4 games in 4 days here, but they fell in the quarterfinals, and we are getting closer to tipping off this one. Brian Hodson, the head coach at Arkansas State, his second year, 46-26. Year 1 for Cornelius Jackson as the head coach at his alma mater. And he has a 20-win season thanks to that win yesterday. Marshall's Nate Martin is in the jump circle for the Thundering Herd. Isaiah Nelson, 6'10", a junior from Atlanta, is there for the Red Wolves. Still waiting for the go-ahead, I guess, from the TV folks, but we are getting very close. Marshall trying to win its second game in as many days and advance to the semifinals. The winner of this one against South Alabama. All right, we've been given the go-ahead. Martin against Nelson. The toss is up, and it's going to be controlled by Marshall. Obina Anachili Killen runs it down toward the end line, and the Herd will work it up the floor. Zane Mingo on the dribble. Guarded man-to-man out front by Terrence Ford Jr. Ball, as Mingo goes right, is flipped up top to Martin. Dribbles off the right elbow. Picks up the ball, flips it to the top of the key, and Mingo. Zane goes right, turns the corner, gets an angle, draws the defense, gives to Martin a kick out. Open 3 by Jalen Spear, too strong. Martin slaps the rebound out to Mingo. Marshall has another try at it. Spear to Obina, left wing, 3 on the way, got it. Anachili Killen with the 3, and Marshall has the early lead over Arkansas State University. Red Wolves forecourt. They have Kobe Julian passing up top to big Isaiah Nelson. Hands the ball off to Terrence Ford. Point guard goes right. Can't penetrate. Works it outside to Pinion. He, the three-point specialist, you got to guard him 25-plus feet away. They'll send it on to the right side wing where Ford has it again. The point guard. Crossover on Dawson. Gets an angle. Gets down low. Misses the shot. And rebounded by Marshall's Mike Dawson. Goes cross-court left to Mingo, and the Herd will move it up the floor. Mingo angles right through the midcourt logo. Ford man-to-man on to Zane Mingo. To the right wing, jump pass to Dawson, still right of center. To Martin, a handoff back to Mike Dawson on the left point. Goes right, gives to Obina. Strong left-hand drive to the left baseline for a fadeaway jumper. Good on a 12-footer, and Obina has 5 points early. And Marshall has the lead. Not yet 2 minutes into the game. Here goes Todd, Taryn Todd, a score to the left corner for a Pinion 3. In and out, no good. Rebounded, though, by the Red Wolves. They get the ball to Julian, left side drive. He gets to the rim off the glass and good. Kobe Julian with the bucket. And the lead is now Marshall 5 and Arkansas State 2. Mingo, right of the SBC logo, crosses midcourt. Picked up by Ford. Pass to Martin, top of the key. One dribble left. He fires to Spear. Jalen Spear curls to above the free throw line for a jump shot, no good. Arkansas State rebounds. Red Wolves up the floor. They get it to the middle of the lane. Julian misses, but the rebound goes back to him. Kick out, a three on the way. No good for Todd. Rebound slapped around by Arkansas State and out of bounds. And the Herd will have the basketball. So Marshall with the early 5-2 lead. All 5 Herd points scored by Obina and Achille Killen. Mingo gets the ball inbound and works at forecourt. 17:30 underway here in the quarterfinals in Pensacola's Bay Center. A bounce to Dawson on the left wing. Thought about a three. Pinion jumps out on him. Bounce toward the corner and Obina. Working baseline. Backs up. Fires a high arcing 13-footer. No good off the front of the rim. Rebounded by Nelson. Pass up the floor to Julian. He goes to the baseline. He's double teamed. Mingo with a reach in. Trying to tie him up. And it's a jump ball that stays with Arkansas State, but it's well defended by Marshall, which hustled back on defense. The Red Wolves are going to run and run and run at every opportunity, and the Herd coaches were preaching that all day long. Get back, and Marshall hustled back and tied it up. The Red Wolves will inbound, but after that, the possession arrow is going to flip over and point Marshall's direction. 5-2, the Herd leads it. Arkansas State bounces under the basket. They got open on a cut, and there's Julian for the lay-in. Julian has all 4 points for the Red Wolves. Obina has all 5 for Marshall. Herd back on offense. Mingo at the right hash mark. They run a double team at Dezane Mingo. He is in trouble, but he throws the ball off of Arkansas State's Isaiah Nelson, and it's out of bounds and stays with the Herd. It's going to be Mingo to trigger it in right in front of the Red Wolves bench. Flips it into Nate Martin on the right point. A bounce to Mingo on the wing. 1 foot on the line. Curls left with a dribble. Lob for Obina. And his shot's blocked underneath by Nelson. Ball's loose. We're going to have another jump ball. This time it's going to stay with the Thundering Herd. The lob was a beauty. And Nelson, 6'10", timed it perfectly. And he has the Arkansas State fans fired up with that. In fact, he flexed to the crowd. So we've already had 2 possession arrow changes. 16:42 to go. Marshall 5-4. And Mingo's going to trigger it in for the Herd. He'll take it out of bounds, baseline, right side near the hoop. Glad to have you listening in to Marshall University basketball here at the conference tournament. The officials are going to the scorer's table and the replay monitor. Not sure why. Doesn't matter if I know why or not. They're doing it. Arkansas State coach Brian Hodson calls his team over, says we might as well use this as a timeout. Corny Jackson does the same. Although the official now has left the scorer's table. The Red Wolves are back on the floor. Marshall's going out there as well. I don't know if they were... they moved the shot clock down to 10. They were probably trying to fix a shot clock reset, an inadvertent one. So Marshall has 10 to shoot with a 5-4 lead. Mingo to trigger, baseline left. Looking, can't get it to the rim. Lobs it out to midcourt. A leap there by Dawson. Defended tightly by Terrence Ford. Shot clock at 6. Dawson right around a high screen. Goes to the right wing. Turns the corner, drives, lost the ball. Arkansas State with a steal. Red Wolves up the floor looking for their first lead. Pinion has it. Pick and roll. Feeds down low. Nelson shot blocked by Obina with authority. Out front it goes to Mingo. The Herd's on the run. Ball to Obina. Left side point. 3 ball. In and out. Obina had it in the cylinder. Rim was unkind. And Arkansas State's Nelson rebounds. Up the floor. Julian has it. Gives to Ford. Back to Julian. 3 on the way for the lead. Off the back iron strong. Mingo clears for Marshall. Dezane Mingo, long diagonal pass forecourt. Dawson, left wing, fires the 3, no good. Martin slaps the rebound outside, but Pinion has it for the Red Wolves. Still a 5-4 score. We've crossed 16 minutes to go. Ball to the point guard Ford, a crossover dribble to the elbow. Passes to the right wing, gets it back out front, hands the ball off to Todd. Todd guarded by Mingo man-to-man. He's a guy who looks to score. Drifts left. Fires the ball to the right side wing, and Julian squares up on Obina. Left-hand dribble into the lane. Head fake, kicks it out. Shot clock at 5. A drive, a runner, one hand off the glass. Good for Taryn Todd. And the Red Wolves have their first lead, 6-5. Marshall had 2 buckets early from Achille Killen. It's been a while since the Herd has scored. Mingo on the right side, crosses midcourt. Martin comes out to set a screen. Now he leaves. The ball pass to Martin. Feeds down low to Obina. Obina's hammered underneath. Great look by Martin. And Julian had to come and commit the foul, or rather Todd, and that would have been an easy dunk for Anachili-Killen. He'll have to earn his points at the free throw line. 15:09 to go in a timeout here in Pensacola. Arkansas State 6, Marshall 5, and Obina shoots 2 when we come back.
Looking for someone you can trust for your kitchen or bathroom remodel? Affordable Contracting Solutions is locally owned and operated with an A+ rating with the Better Business Bureau. Affordable Contracting Solutions offers kitchen and bath remodels, decks, and more. On time and on budget. Find them on Facebook at facebook.com/Affordable Contracting Solutions. Send them a message for a free consultation or give them a call at 800-940-0271.
A dream can begin with any play with the West Virginia Lottery. While every play can't be a winner, every play is a win for West Virginia. Since 1986, lottery proceeds have been invested in our future. More than $3.9 billion towards West Virginia education. Proceeds have helped pave the way for high school graduates to reach their higher education dreams with the Promise Scholarship. No, not every play is a winner, but every play is a win for West Virginia. Dream big, because when you play, West Virginia wins. Play in-store or online with the iPlay app.
Please play responsibly.
Which schools will take home the prestigious Learfield Directors Cup as the top college athletic programs for the 2024-25 college athletics season? You can follow the standings of your favorite team or alma mater at L Directors Cup on Twitter and online at thedirectorscup.com. Trophies will be awarded in June 2025 to the winning institutions in all college sports divisions. Learfield Directors Cup, the crowning achievement in college athletics.
Well, with 15:09 to play in the first half, Marshall trails, but the Herd's hoping to change that in short order. Arkansas State 6, Marshall 5, but Anachili-Killen will shoot 2 free throws for the Thundering Herd as the teams get back on the floor. Our broadcast is brought to you by Thundering Beverages, proud local distributors of Miller Lite, Coors Light, Corona, Heineken, Sam Adams, and so much more. Your friends at Thundering Beverages remind you to drink responsibly, and please do not drink and drive. So Anachili-Killen heads to the free throw line for Marshall. He has scored all 5 Thundering Herd points so far. And he's back on the line, fouled by Taryn Todd right before that last break. And Obina's first free throw is up and in. He got the roll. He barely got it to the rim, but it crept over, hit the glass, and came back through for his 6th point in the tie game. Obina, 70% at the free throw line, a guy who gets there a lot. And his second free throw puts Marshall back on top. 7-6 Herd. Arkansas State over midcourt has the ball on the left wing, and Julian there looks at Dawson, pass to Pinion. Joseph Pinion moves to the side of the lane. Ball slapped away by Spear. Pinion's taller, gets it back. It took a big hop in the air, and a foul's called as Pinion put up a jumper and had it blocked, but there was contact from Jalen Spear. First foul on Spear. And so down by 1 to Marshall. Arkansas State will have Pinion on the free throw line. He's a 3-point specialist. No surprise. He is a dead eye at the free throw line at 89% on the season. Junior from Morrilton, Arkansas, and he knocks the first one down, tie game. 7-7, the Herd in Arkansas State, 14:47 on the clock. Pinion for one more. Had 21 against the Herd in the game in Huntington. Has 2, and it's 8-7 Red Wolves. Spear into Mingo. Marshall still has the 5 starters on the floor. Right of center, Dezane Mingo crosses midcourt. Martin comes high, the ball to him, top of the key. A dribble left to give to Spear. Curls around Nate Martin out front. Back left around the same man. And then on a pick and roll, tried to feed him, and Isaiah Nelson was there to steal it for Arkansas State. Gives the ball to Julian up the floor. A strong drive left. Flips it up off the rim, no good. Nelson, though, an offensive rebound. The kick out goes to the top of the key. A 3-point shot is off the iron, and Obina rebounds the missed shot from Terrence Ford. Herd down by 1 still. Mingo forecourt. at the top of the key, fires to Spear on the left wing, back up top to Zane Mingo, sends to Obina, baseline left, 15 feet out, spins into the lane, a turnaround jumper rolls off the mark, and the rebound is taken by Ford and the Red Wolves. He'll sprint it up the floor. Marshall's back on defense. They'll give it to Todd for a three-pointer, good on the right wing, high. Taryn Todd has 5, and it's an 11-4 lead for Arkansas State. You do not want to see Todd get heated up. He can score a lot of points in a hurry. First team All Sun Belt Conference performer. 13.5 to go. Marshall's Mingo goes left, turns the corner, lobs to Obina, and a lay-in right of the rim. Mingo threw it over top of the basket to Anachili Killen, who has all 9 Marshall points. It's 11-9 Red Wolves. They get it down low. Shot missed, though, by Julian. Rebound ripped down by Marshall's Nate Martin. The Herd up the floor. Cross court right now to Mingo. Sets up top of the key. 3 on the way for DeZane. Off the heel of the rim, no good. Obina, an offensive rebound, and he's fouled as he goes up for the shot. It might have been Ford. Ford, the point guard, was digging down to help out. And, yes, Ford is the one who draws his first foul. Second team foul on Arkansas State. Obina Anachili Killen has 9 points. Marshall's down 11-9, but he's going back to the free throw line for 2. So Obina shooting 2. His first one is up and in, dead center. Obina didn't score in the first half yesterday. He's done a whole lot since then. Marshall makes wholesale substitutions, his first subs of the game. Kai Spears comes in. Jacob Gibbs comes in. And Cade Gibbs. Both of the BGs are out there. The brothers Gibbs, Cade and Jacob. 2/3 of a set of triplets. And Obina for one more free throw. Looking to tie the game again. Up and good. Anachili Killen has 11 points in less than 7 minutes of play, and we're tied 11-all. Forward over midcourt, picked up man-to-man by Kai Spears, the walk-on point guard. Gives it to Pinion, gets it back. On the right hash, stop and go, drives, gets an angle on Spears, kicks to the left corner. Three-point shot is up, no good, short. Missed by Ford. That's Darian Ford, no relation to Terrence Ford. Back up top to Terrence Ford. Crossover dribble, moves right, gets an angle, gets down low. Shot blocked by Cade Gibbs. Saved in bounds, though, by the Red Wolves. They get it in to Darian Ford. Goes to the left block. Head fake. Shot blocked by Obina. Rebound Mingo. Anachili Killen has had a monster game in less than 8 minutes. Tied at 11. Marshall forecourt. Mingo to the left elbow. Jump shot. DeZane got it. The mid-range jumper, his game, and the Herd leads it 13-11. Mingo had 19 yesterday. The ball to Pinion, a right side drive. His shot's no good. Rebound, Anachili Killen. Lobs it up the floor to Spears, just shy of midcourt. Crosses the timeline, gives to Mingo. Stop and go drive left, down low, shot blocked. Picked up, though, by Cade Gibbs in traffic. A kick out to Jacob Gibbs. Out front, Obina moves to the left baseline. Fadeaway shot, air ball. Rebounded by Rashad Marshall of the Red Wolves. Herd 13, Arkansas State 11. We're under 12 minutes to go. Above the free throw line, jump shot good for a tie game. Ford. Terrence Ford Jr. has his first points of the game. Knotted up at 13, 11:35. Clock rolls with Kai Spears dribbling over the timeline. Flips to Mingo in the logo, dribbles to the right wing and hands it off to Jacob Gibbs. Out front around an Obina screen, back right around the same guy, goes to the right baseline, circles under the basket. Shovels through the paint. It's knocked away, but it's out of bounds off of Arkansas State. It will be Marshall's basketball after a timeout. We're even, 13-all. The Herd and Arkansas State with 11:20 to play in the first half. The Herd has the basketball on its end when we return.
Hey there, Herd fans. If you or someone you know needs a lawyer related to an injury or wrongful death case, we highly recommend you choose Stephen New & Associates as your lawyers. Stephen is a proud graduate of Marshall University, and for more than 25 years, he has fought for West Virginia clients and their families. Stephen New & Associates are the official injury attorneys of Marshall Athletics, and they truly care about every client they serve. Go Herd.
This is your home of the Herd, the Thundering Herd Sports Network from Learfield.
Whether it's a septic clean out, locating a tank, or pumping grease traps, One Way Septic has you covered. Hosting an outdoor event, Rent-A-Can is the perfect solution to keep things running smoothly. Offering portable restrooms, luxury restroom trailers, hand washing stations, and more. Our friendly staff is here to take care of your needs. We also offer roll-off dumpsters too. One Way Septic and Rent-A-Can. Visit us online at onewayseptic.com or call us today at 304-429-5218.
Aw, shucks, the game's on TV, but I can't listen to the call of my favorite team broadcasters.
Never fear, Sync My Game is here.
Sync My Game?
Yes, Sync My Game. If you have a DVR and streaming device, head to syncmygame.com from Learfield. It's never been easier to hear the impassioned voices of your favorite radio crew synced with the TV.
Wow, thank you, Mr.
Just remember, syncmygame.com.
Defense has been the name of the game so far. Neither team has shot it that well. 13-all. Marshall and Arkansas State. 11:20 to go in the first half. Arkansas State's made 5 of 18. That's 28%. 1 of 6 on threes. Marshall's 4 of 14. 29%. 1 for 5 on threes for Coach Corny Jackson's team. It's Marshall's ball on the Herd's end of the floor. 10 on the shot clock as Kai Spears will take it out of bounds. Left side baseline near the hoop. Spears looking, fakes it under the basket, then bounces to Martin on the left wing, 15 feet out. Muscle into the free throw line, kicks it underneath to Jacob Gibbs. A head fake, a pivot, goes to Kai Spears, middle of the lane. Hook shot from Kai's no good. Rebounded by Arkansas State, and they'll take it up the floor. Red Wolves looking to regain the lead. Jump shot out front, three-pointers, no good short. Rebound kept alive, but Nate Martin latches on for the Herd on the Terrence Ford Jr. miss. Jalen Spear in for Marshall, giving Mingo a break out of the timeout, has it out front. Stumbles, but the ball, fortunately for Marshall, bounces right to Nate Martin. A handoff back to Spear, goes left, kicks to the right corner, up top. Now Cade Gibbs open for three, got it. Gibbs, 27% from distance on the year, but hit 4 for 4 in his senior night game, and now we've got a foul against Marshall and Gibbs on a drive by Ford on the other end. But Cade Gibbs has found the range late in the season. I'll actually call that foul on Martin, his first. Second on the Herd. Arkansas State goes to the free throw line. Marshall 16, Red Wolves 13, 10:32 to go. Herd 2 for 6 on threes. This is now 1,101 consecutive games that Marshall has made at least one three-point shot. Ford hits the first of 2 free throws, 16-14. Dawson's back in for Marshall. Jacob Gibbs goes out. Mingo returns. Cade Gibbs leaves. Cade stays. It's Kai Spears who leaves. Free throw gets the roll. Ford got them both. A lot of iron on that one, but it fell through. So Marshall up by 1 with 10.5 on the clock. Mike Dawson goes up the floor on the right sideline, gets it front court. Gives to Mingo in the logo out front. Martin sets a screen. Mingo goes right. Stop and go. Pass to Martin in the high post. Down to the middle of the lane. A hook shot by Nate's no good. Rebound taken by Pinion of Arkansas State. Red Wolves have a chance to go back on top. Ford, top of the key, flips it left, gets it back from Pinion, still out front. He goes right around a screen. Up top for Julian, back to Pinion on the left point. Dribbles twice to the top of the key, sends it left. Ball stolen by Jalen Spear. Cross court left to Cade Gibbs. Goes down low, stops, misses the shot, a foul called. Spear tipped in the miss, but the whistle was on the shot, so no bucket. Free throws for Gibbs. Pinion is the one called for his first foul. That's 3 on the Red Wolves. And Marshall up by 1 has Cade Gibbs on the free throw line. 75% for him on the year. Hit a three-pointer a bit ago. Free throw number 1, dead center for the Plainfield, Indiana product. Boy, what additions he and his brother Jacob have been for this senior season after they played 4 years at Grace College, an NAIA school. Second free throw also good. Great guys as well. Brilliant students. 18-15 Herd. Under 10 minutes to go in half number one. Got Taryn Todd on the dribble. Gives into the high post Nelson. Nelson pivots. Flips it back up top to Todd. Double team. They'll work it left. Julian has it. Spins on the left side of the lane. Elevates. Jalen Spear blocked the shot. Ball goes back to Julian. 6 to shoot. A kick out. Pinion's open for a long three. Off the iron. No good. Rebound. The Herd lets it get away. Dawson left it on the floor, and Arkansas State has it. They give it to the left corner. Todd for three. Got it. Tie game. Dawson had that rebound and let it hit the floor, and Arkansas State reached in, and that gives the Red Wolves 3 points in a tie game. 9 minutes to go. Mingo to the right wing, picks it up 15 feet from the rim, gives to Martin above the elbow. Backdoor cut by Spear, gets it underneath. Marshall works it. Wide open three by Dawson, no good from the left corner. Off the iron, it goes to Todd for Arkansas State, which looks to regain the lead. 8:45, clock rolls, tied 18 all. Todd up top. Working to the free throw line, goes right and turns the corner and scores. Marshall lost Taryn Todd, who has 10. Obina with 11 for Marshall, but Todd has 10, and Arkansas State leads it by a bucket, 20-18 with 8.5 to go. Mingo right side, double teamed on the wing, gives to Martin at the free throw line. Over to Spear, wide open, left wing three, bullseye. First points for Jalen Spear, and Marshall is back in front, 21-20 with 8:15 to go. Todd forecourt, left-hand pass out front to Ford. Back to Todd, high on the right side wing. Mingo has him man-to-man. Now, Nelson sets a pick. Todd will pull up for the three. Barely got it to the rim, but Nelson rebounds, kicks it out to Julian, and the officials stop play. So the timeout called for what? I'm not positive, but it's a break in the action. We'll figure it out. 7:57 to go before halftime. In a back-and-forth affair, Marshall leads Arkansas State by a point, 21-20. We return to Pensacola after this.
Glenn's Sporting Goods has the largest Marshall department ever in the tri-state area. Ladies, men's, kids, and even a pet section, Glenn's has something for the entire family. With brands like Nike, Champion, and Under Armour, Glenn's will have your closet full of Marshall gear for game day. Glenn's is an official Nike sideline dealer with all the latest designs. Glenn's has it all from Marshall accessories to tailgating essentials. Glenn's is the Herd headquarters. Glenn's Sporting Goods, 3rd Avenue and 11th Street, downtown Huntington.
Buying your dream home, driving down new roads, starting that business you've always dreamed of, sending your kids off to college, living out your dream retirement. No matter what dreams you have, Encova Insurance can help make them a reality. Visit Encova.com to find an agent in your neighborhood and find out how you can customize your home, auto, and business insurance to fit your needs today. Encova Insurance. We're ready for what's next.
Victor's Cleaners is the preferred fabric care specialist of Marshall Athletics, celebrating over 100 years of cleaning your game's best. Victor's Cleaners specializes in everything from golf shirts and khakis to sweaters and coats. Simply everything. Stop by one of the 2 convenient locations in Huntington, downtown at 729 6th Avenue and at 5990 U.S. Route 60 East. Give us a call at 304-525-5050. Trust Victor's Cleaners to help get the wrinkles out of your life. Victor's Cleaners, proud partner of Marshall Athletics.
Marshall 21, Arkansas State 27-57 to play in the first half. For comprehensive coverage of college basketball, tune to SiriusXM, College Sports Radio, Channel 84 in the car and on the all-new SiriusXM app. SiriusXM is the home of your favorite team and conference, including live games, plus interviews and analysis. So cheer along with the SiriusXM app and listen to your favorite team anywhere. You can get a free trial at SiriusXM.com/College Sports Radio 2025. Marshall huddled up around Coach Corny Jackson and his staff of 2 Marshall grads, Rob Fulford and Adam Williams, and a West Virginia native who played at Wake Forest, Mark Klein. Arkansas State's ball out of the timeout. Apparently nothing unusual after they stop play to go look at the replay monitor, and it's simply Arkansas State taking it out of bounds. Kobe Julian, the senior from Baton Rouge, the University of Louisiana transfer, will trigger it in. Both of the Gibbs brothers back in the game for Marshall. Julian gets it in. It's Todd, the hot shooter, up top. Right around a screen by Pinion. Jacob Gibbs on him. A crossover dribble, goes right, gets down low, misses the shot, but Gibbs is going to be called for the foul. It'll be Todd to the free throw line for a pair with Marshall up 1 and 7:48 to go. Todd, very, very quick, superlative athlete. Gibbs with the first foul. That's just 3 team fouls on the herd. Todd's a 67% free throw shooter. Shooting 2, the lefty from Vaughan, Ontario, Canada, hits the first tie game. 11 for him. Obina, 11 for the herd, but he's not been on the bench for a while. Good again on the free throw. Arkansas State back on top, 22-21. So Todd has 12. Desane Mingo, right of center, forecourt. Picked up man-to-man by Todd. Left around to Martin screen. Turns the corner to the free throw line. Dishes down low to Cade Gibbs. Leans in, left block, and banks it in. 7 points for Cade Gibbs, who had 17 late in the year. Here's a jump shot, no good on the left block for Arkansas State. Jacob Gibbs rebounds and then under some pressure throws it away. Corny Jackson's hot, says that ball was deflected by Arkansas State. And looks like the officials are going to change the call on that one. It was right in front of Corny Jackson. Frankly, I think the official mistakenly pointed the wrong direction. And he's trying to calm Corny down, saying, you were right, we've got it. 23-22 Marshall, 7:20 on the clock. All right, Corny's back to his normal stoic self there for a couple of minutes. Mingo front court for Marshall. A bounce to Martin above the free throw line. A dribble into the paint. Wyatt Frick's in the game. Catches it in the left corner. Had a big game against Arkansas State in the regular season. Pass is deflected by the Red Wolves, but it's out of bounds off Arkansas State. 12 on the shot clock. Marshall will inbound on the left sideline high toward midcourt. Dawson's going to re-enter for the Thundering Herd, and he replaces Jake Gibbs. Terrence Ford Jr. is back in for Arkansas State, as is Darian Ford. Julian and Todd go out. Marshall by 1 with the ball. Again, the shot clock at 12 as the Herd will trigger it in. Spear into Mingo. On the left sideline, pass to Martin up top, 7 to shoot. Martin inside the free throw line, cut off, a kick out to Dawson, gives to Spear, shot clock at 2. Spear up front, has to fire an off-balance 3, no good. Martin keeps the rebound alive, but it goes to Arkansas State. Long pass front court, they'll set it up, get it to the left side of the lane. Dawson defending, but it's not enough as Darian Ford leans in and scores. And the Red Wolves are back in front, 24-23. Mingo at the right hash mark for Marshall. Bounce pass to Martin up top. Mingo comes up top, takes the handoff right around the Martin screen to the wing. Turns the corner, draws the defense, feeds Fricks underneath. One dribble, and the baby hook is good for Fricks, 3 feet away out front. Wyatt had a dozen against Arkansas State in Huntington. Here he has Marshall back in front, 25-24. Arkansas State gives the ball to the right side wing. A three-point shot's blocked by Fricks. Rebound by Martin all the way up the floor to Fricks. Bobbled it, sends it out to Spear on the left wing. Jalen, a bounce to Mingo, right of center. Big hop into the lane, a little floating runner, no good. Martin, an offensive rebound. His pass intended for Fricks is deflected out of bounds by DeAndre Dominguez. Marshall keeps the ball. So Fricks blocked the three-point shot by Arkansas State and could have had a lay-in on the other end, but he didn't handle that long pass by Martin cleanly. But Marshall has the ball. It's Mingo to take it out of bounds on the side near the left baseline. Into Martin on the wing. Martin dribbling, shovels the ball to Mingo. Left around the Martin screen, turns the corner, goes to the baseline, pull up, 13-footers off the mark. Arkansas State rebounds. Colby Julian himself takes it up the floor. Herd by 1. Red Wolves Pinion goes right, turns the corner, and he's fouled. And Nate Martin picks up number 2. So Pinion, who's 2 for 2 at the free throw line, will go back to the stripe. And Martin will probably exit for the rest of the half. Obina is already up off the Marshall bench, and he's ready to check in after the first of 2 free throws from Joseph Pinion, the junior. The unexpected happens every day. When it does, head to Kohl's and Kohl's.com for everything your family needs. Kohl's, where families come first. Pinion hits the first tie game. So Anachili Killen is back in. Nathan takes his 2 fouls to the bench. Obina got off to a big start, has 11 points. Tie game. Free throw up and in. Arkansas State is back on top. We have already had 7 ties and 11 lead changes in this one. 26-25 Red Wolves. Zane Mingo, top of the key. Backs up against Ford. A one-hand bounce pass to Spear for a three-pointer. Good. He spun around his right shoulder on the right side wing and knocked it down. Spear has a couple of threes. 28-26 Hurd. Just over 5 minutes to go. Julian, a strong drive down the right side of the paint. Head fake. Obina blocks the shot. Outlet to Spear on the run. Arkansas State gets back on defense. They leave it up top for Mingo. Thought about a three. Instead dribbles left, turns the corner on Ford. Feeds Obina middle of the lane. Then he draws the foul from Nelson. Obina hit pretty hard by big Isaiah Nelson. Still on the floor. First on Nelson. 4 team fouls on the Red Wolves. The officials have, for the most part, let them play, but that's one you have to call. 4:56 to go. We're under 5 to go. Marshall by 2. Third is led by as many as 5. That was 5-0 to start the game. On a three-pointer and a bucket by Obina Anachili Killen, who now goes to the free throw line. Obina has 11 in the first half. Shooting 2. The first of which is up and in. Anachili Killen 5 of 5 at the free throw line. Marshall 7 of 7. Cade Gibbs is the other one who's been to the stripe for the Herd. Obina's ready for the second. This one's up and is also good. Obina with 13, Marshall by 4, 30-26. Ford Jr. over midcourt, picked up by Mingo. Goes left around a high screen. Back to the right. We've got a whistle away from the basketball. Mike Dawson, maybe, battling to try to keep Todd from running through, or rather a Ford from running through, and it is Dawson's first. Red Wolves take it out of bounds, left baseline. They'll lob it out high to Ford. Pinion sets the screen. Ford right around the pick. Jalen Spear has the man Ford, who goes right, back left. Spear right with him, turns the corner. Spear bodies up, makes him give up the ball. Julian, a driving dunk attempt, blocked, but it goes to Pinion for a lay-in. Pinion, the recipient there of a lucky bounce. Marshall's lead cut to 2, 30-28. The Herd blocked the dunk attempt by Julian. Marshall up the floor. Arkansas State wanted the traveling call. Ball goes to Dawson. His runner rolls off the mark to the left. From the middle of the lane, Dawson couldn't get it to go. Moving down to the 4-minute mark, the Herd's lead is at 2. Terrence Ford, the sophomore point guard, top of the key. Dawson has him this time. Right around the Pinion screen, turns the corner. Fricks picks him up on a switch, circles back out top, gives the ball up to Darian Ford, goes left strong, cut off by Fricks, a kick up top to Terrence Ford. Nelson sets the screen right around the pick, leans in, flips it up for the tie, good. 13-foot leaner from Terrence Ford Jr. We're even at 30 all. Marshall forecourt, Mingo on the dribble, and a timeout called by Coach Corny Jackson, and that'll result in a media timeout. What a game. Back and forth already here in Pensacola. 12 lead changes. And now this is the 8th tie. 3:34 to go before halftime. We're even 30 all. Marshall and Arkansas State. We're back after this.
When the unexpected happens, it's good to know that you can count on Panhandle Cleaning and Restoration, the official restoration partner of Marshall Athletics. Whether it's fire, smoke, flood, or storm damage at your home or business, you can rest assured that we have helped thousands of customers just like you with the right people, equipment, and expertise. We are ready to respond 24 hours a day to get you back on your feet.
the Thundering Herd Sports Network from Learfield.
Marshall University and Creative Kitchens, two hometown teams striving for perfection every day. When it's time to update your kitchen, bath, or any room in your house, call the squad at Creative Kitchens.
With more than 60 years of experience, Creative Kitchens is West Virginia's leading kitchen and bath design and remodeling specialist.
Stop in one of their beautiful showrooms in Huntington, Hurricane, or Lewisburg, or visit Creative Kitchens online at creativekitchens.com.
Creative Kitchens, family serving families since 1959, a proud supporter of the Marshall Thundering Herd.
Hey, Herd fans, we invite you to check out the new University Ford on 5th Avenue in Huntington for a terrific inventory of new 24 and 25 Ford models. University Ford also features a winning roster of attractive used vehicles, great rates, and first-class service. University Ford is led by Marshall graduates and is a proud supporter of Marshall Athletics. We invite you to experience the University way, where integrity, trust, and full transparency redefines your car shopping experience.
Points apiece. Marshall tied with Arkansas State. 3 minutes, 34 seconds to go before the first half comes to a close. Cade Gibbs back in for Marshall. He's going to take it out of bounds for the Thundering Herd when they get it back in play. With more than 120 locations serving West Virginia, Ohio, and Virginia, Go-Mart is proud to support the Thundering Herd. Go for good times, go for Go-Mart. Gibbs into Mingo. Marshall goes to work in a tie game. Mingo dribbles to the left wing. He's being ridden out there by Darian Ford. Goes back right around Ford. Inside the free throw line, a fadeaway jumper, good for Mingo, who has 4. Marshall back in front, 32-30, 3:15, clock rolls, and Arkansas State sets it up. Terrence Ford Jr., guarded by Spear, flips the ball to Pinion on the left side of the lane, tried to feed it through traffic, it's deflected out of bounds by Obina. It was intended for Isaiah Nelson, cutting to the basket on the right side of the paint. Kobe Julian returns for the Red Wolves. And Darian Ford will take a break. Todd inbounds to Nelson. Fakes the handoff on the wing. Goes to the right baseline. Trying to shake Obina. Can't. Kicks it out. Todd, a 3 in the right corner's no good. Offensive rebound, though. Red Wolves at the free throw line. Julian flips up a wild shot, and he's fouled by Obina. I'm not sure, as Obina picks up his first, but what that was, as much as anything, the plan all along. Obina was off balance, and so Nelson kind of leaned into him and just heaved one up toward the rim. 74% free throw shooter. Isaiah Nelson hasn't scored yet. Line drive free throw's good, and he can knot the game again with another free throw. First point for him, a guy who has 5 straight double-doubles on his ledger. Free throw good. It's 32-32, the 9th tie of the half, plus a dozen lead changes. We're off to quite a start here. Mingo slows it down for Marshall. Gets double high screeners, goes left around Dawson and Cade Gibbs. Moves to the elbow, kicks it up top for a Cade Gibbs 3. No good. Nelson rebounds. Now Dawson reaches in to tie up the ball. The arrow gives it to Arkansas State. 2:35 to play in a tie game. First half action in Pensacola. So it didn't change the outcome here. Arkansas State has it. On an inbound, it's deflected by Cade Gibbs, but out of bounds off the man wearing green. Arkansas State will inbound again on the sideline now. But Dawson's play did flip the possession arrow, so the next time there's a tie-up, the Herd will come out with the ball. We are inside 2.5 to play, 32 all. Terrence Ford Jr. up top to Pinion, goes right, turns the corner. Taller player gets down low on Dawson, and he flips it up and gets the roll from the right block. Pinion has 8, and he's done it without a three-point shot, which is what he's known for. Marshall down, Obina on the right wing, 16 feet out, backs his man Todd down, baseline, turnaround, got it. Wow, Obina, that mid-range turnaround, tied at 34. We're inside 2 minutes to go. Ford on Dawson on the right wing, crossing over, goes baseline, Gives in the middle of the lane. Julian can't shoot over Obina. Kicks it outside. Todd back to Julian in the middle of the paint. Spinning shot good. 36-34 Red Wolves with 100 seconds to go in the half. And as Marshall goes front court, down by 2, Mingo at the free throw line will back up, shoot an 18-footer off the back iron. Rebound tipped by Cade Gibbs and a foul on the floor that'll be called against Arkansas State. Cade Gibbs doing good work on the glass for the Herd, which is down by 2 with $1:27 to go in the first half. First on Kobe Julian. 5 on the team, but 5 guys with 1 each. Marshall, on the other hand, has Nate Martin riding the pine with 2. It's Mingo to trigger in, a new 20 on the shot clock. His inbound pass is deflected, but it caroms over the sideline off of Arkansas State. Mingo a little bit lackadaisical with that pass, but got away with it. Rashad Marshall, 6'8" forward, back in to give Isaiah Nelson a breather. Marshall down 2. Mingo inbounds to Obina, right back to Mingo, who goes out between the circles, and Marshall sets it up. 36-34 Red Wolves. Pass to Gibbs on the left point. A handoff to Mingo, who takes it into the corner. He's double-teamed to bounce the spear, though. 3 on the way, off the front rim. No good. Rebound fought for, and Arkansas State comes away with it. Cade Gibbs lost that battle with Terrence Ford Jr. And Ford Jr. on the other end will launch and knock down a 3. Marshall backed off him, and he took the dare, and Arkansas State has its biggest lead. Under a minute to go in the first half. Red Wolves 39, Thundering Herd 34. Desane Mingo on the dribble at the right hash for Marshall. Double team, ball's knocked away, but Obina gets it. They're going to call the foul. Well, that's a bit of a break for the Red Wolves because Obina was headed all alone to the rim for a dunk. But the foul called. Jacob Gibbs is in for Mike Dawson. That foul was on Rashad Marshall of Arkansas State. 39-34 Red Wolves. Marshall inbounds to Mingo. 43 and 42 seconds to go in the first half. Obina comes high to set a screen. Mingo goes right, gets to the baseline. A bounce to Obina on the block. He's open, lay in good off the glass right of the rim. That's 17 in the first half for Anachili Killen. Marshall down by 3. The shot clock's off. And Arkansas State can go for a final shot right here if it chooses. Terrence Ford Jr., midcourt logo. Spear, eyeball to eyeball with him. Just letting the clock roll. 15 seconds left in the first half. 39-36 Arkansas State. Rocking that dribble back and forth, 9 seconds to go. Goes left, cuts back right, back left, inside the free throw line. Left block, running one-hander's no good. Tip no good by Arkansas State. Rebound Mingo. A foul called. And which way does this go? It's going to be against Marshall and give Arkansas State a chance to score here with a second to go. Red Wolves to the free throw line with a 3-point lead. Looks like Rashad Marshall, good for 68% on the season, is the one who will shoot. So 2 shots for Marshall. Number 1, no good. Still a 3-point game. Darian Ford checks in for the final second for Arkansas State. Pinion's out. And Rashad Marshall against Marshall University on the line, hoping to make it a 2-possession lead at the half. The free throw, though, no good. Obina rebounds, heaves one the length of the floor, nowhere close. And the teams head to the locker rooms here in the Pensacola Bay Center with the number 4 seed leading by 3. Arkansas State 39, Marshall the number 5 seed 36. The halftime report brought to you by Thornhill Automotive is next.
Looking for someone you can trust for your kitchen or bathroom remodel? Affordable Contracting Solutions is locally owned and operated with an A+ rating with the Better Business Bureau. Affordable Contracting Solutions offers kitchen and bath remodels, decks, and more. On time and on budget. Find them on Facebook at facebook.com/Affordable Contracting Solutions. Send them a message for a free consultation or give them a call at 800-940-0271.
At Marshall Health, we work together on and off the field to achieve a level of healthcare unmatched in our region. We partner with patients, physicians, care teams, and communities to deliver specialized care to get you healthy and keep you in the game. Together, we are proving that great healthcare changes lives. That's the power of we. Learn more at 304-691-1600 or marshallhealth.org. We are Marshall Health. Go Herd!
This is your home of the Herd, the Thundering Herd Sports Network from Learfield.
Are you ready to show your thunderous support for Marshall Thundering Herd basketball? Turn to the winning team at Thornhill Auto Group. We are revved up to back the Herd with unbeatable deals on new and pre-owned vehicles. Drive in style and join the Thundering Herd spirit. Thornhill Auto Group, where community and champions collide. Offering new Chevy, GMC, Ford, Lincoln, Mitsubishi, Chrysler, Dodge, Jeep, Ram, and Toyota. Click or come by the Thornhill Motor Mile, US 119 in Chapmanville, Logan, and Belfry, or thornhillautomotive.com. Go Herd, go Thornhill. We are the road to total savings. See Thornhill for complete details.
A dream can begin with any play with the West Virginia Lottery. While every play can't be a winner, every play is a win for West Virginia. Since 1986, lottery proceeds have been invested in our future. More than $3.9 billion towards West Virginia education. Proceeds have helped pave the way for high school graduates to reach their higher education dreams with the Promise Scholarship. No, not every play is a winner, but every play is a win for West Virginia. Dream big, because when you play, West Virginia wins. Play in-store or online with the iPlay app.
Please play responsibly.
"20 minutes are in the books. It's time for the Thornhill Auto Halftime Report. The best offers on miles of cars from West Virginia to Kentucky. Tag your new ride on the Thornhill Motor Mile. Shop thornhillautomotive.com today. Now let's send it back to courtside for a look back at the first half.
Well, you get to the quarterfinal round of a conference basketball tournament. You've got a game with the 4 seed against the 5 seed. It ought to be a close contest, right? Well, so far, Marshall and Arkansas State has lived up to that. They've got a drum corps on the floor right now. I'm sure you can hear that. Arkansas State 39, Marshall 36 in a game where we've had 10 ties and 13 lead changes already. Marshall has held the lead for 10 minutes, 41 seconds. Arkansas State's only been in front for 4:58 of that time, but at the break, it is the Red Wolves who have the advantage. Marshall jumped out to a 5-0 lead, a three-pointer and a field goal for Obina Anachili-Killen. Arkansas State then scored 11-2 for Marshall to go up by 4. Marshall back in front, back and forth, back and forth. The Herd was down by 5 late. Marshall scored the last bucket. 39-36, our halftime score. Well, this is just one part of a big sports day. Lots of important basketball action. Brandon Joseph is standing by. His scoreboard is next on the Thornhill Auto Halftime Report.
What do you call a group of grown men and women decked out in green and white who get together every Saturday to share a 3-hour-long ritual of jumping, singing, and toasting Miller Lite while yelling, "We are," with someone shouting back "Marshall" over and over again? You call it Miller Time in Huntington. Here's to the Thundering Herd. Here's to the original light beer with only 96 calories. It's Miller Time. Must be 21. Celebrate responsibly.
If there's not a Parmar store near you now, there will be soon. You hear us say that a lot, but it's true. Wherever you may go, chances are you will find a Parmar store there, offering everything you need to get you in and back on the road as soon as possible. From gas to groceries to snacks and items for your house, we have it at Parmar Stores. Download the app and sign up for the Parmar Stores rewards card too. West Virginia, Ohio, Kentucky, Maryland, Pennsylvania, and Virginia. If there's not a Parmar store near you now, there will be soon. Find your location now at parmarstores.com.
This is the Thundering Herd Sports Network from Learfield.
Buying your dream home. Driving down new roads. Starting that business you've always dreamed of. Sending your kids off to college. Living out your dream retirement. No matter what dreams you have, Encova Insurance can help make them a reality. Visit Encova.com to find an agent in your neighborhood and find out how you can customize your home, auto, and business insurance to fit your needs today. Encova Insurance, we're ready for what's next.
Hey there, Herd fans. If you or someone you know needs a lawyer related to an injury or wrongful death case, we highly recommend you choose Stephen New and Associates as your lawyers. Stephen is a proud graduate of Marshall University, and for more than 25 years, he has fought for West Virginia clients and their families. Stephen New and Associates are the official injury attorneys of Marshall Athletics, and they truly care about every client they serve. Go Herd.
Thornhill Auto Halftime Report rolls on with a check of scores from the Sun Belt Conference and the top 25 with another scoreboard update.
We're just inside the network studio. Halftime score at the Pensacola Bay Center. Arkansas State leads Marshall 39-36. Coming up after this contest, roughly about a 9 o'clock tip time in Pensacola, will be Old Dominion and Troy. In the other quarterfinal, the winner of that quarterfinal will look to take on James Madison. Winner of this quarterfinal, Marshall and Arkansas State, will look to take on South Alabama tomorrow for 6 o'clock Eastern tip-off. Over in the top 25, final day of the regular season for just about every conference in play, and a huge, huge game. Neville Arena in Auburn, Alabama. Number 1 Auburn took on number 7 Alabama, and it came down to overtime before Alabama was able to sink the number 1 ranked team in the land, 93-91.
Phylon will bring it ahead with 12, with 11. Phylon, front court at 10, 9. Phylon at 7, Phylon at 6, Phylon at 5. Over to Sears at 3, Sears at 2, at 1 for the win. Ball game, ball game, ball game. Bama wins.
Oh my goodness, Mark Sears with the floater at the buzzer.
Mark Sears only scored 9, but none more important than the floater. That call from Chris Stewart by Learfield. Another huge buzzer beater came in Milwaukee's number 6 St. John's took on number 20 Marquette. St. John's wins it 86-84.
Straight away 3, bouncing off back iron, no good. Rebound comes to Ross, taken away by Wilson. Ejiofor looks it up and good at the buzzer, and St. John's wins. How about that? The Red Storm come away with the victory here in Milwaukee, 86-84. Wow!
John Mink on the call for Learfield. Zuby Ejiofor scores 17 points and the game winner in the 86-84 victory. Number 4 Tennessee beat South Carolina 75-65, and number 14 Louisville demolished Stanford 68-48. And Arkansas beat number 25 Mississippi State 93-92 with their own buzzer beater, as Arkansas now gets their 19th win of the year. We'll take a break. We'll head back on out to the Pensacola Bay Center after this as we roll on the Thornhill Auto halftime show here on the West Virginia Lottery Thundering Herd Sports Network from Learfield.
Are you ready to show your thunderous support for Marshall Thundering Herd basketball? Turn to the winning team at Thornhill Auto Group. We are revved up to back the Herd with unbeatable deals on new and pre-owned vehicles. Drive in style and join the Thundering Herd spirit. Thornhill Auto Group, where community and champions collide. Offering new Chevy, GMC, Ford, Lincoln, Mitsubishi, Chrysler, Dodge, Jeep, Ram, and Toyota. Click or come by the Thornhill Motor Mile, US 119 in Chapmanville, Logan, and Belfry, or ThornhillAutomotive.com. Go Herd, go Thornhill. We are the road to total savings. See Thornhill for complete details.
The Marshall Sports Medicine Institute, the exclusive provider of sports medicine services to Marshall University Athletics, is pleased to offer walk-in clinics 6 days a week. Full service appointments are available on a walk-in basis weekdays from 9 until 3, and a screening clinic is conducted Saturday mornings 8 to 10. No appointment necessary. For more information, call 304-691-1880. The Marshall Sports Medicine Institute, taking care of the Herd, taking care of you.
This is your home of the Herd, the Thundering Herd Sports Network from Learfield.
Marshall University and Creative Kitchens, two hometown teams striving for perfection every day. When it's time to update your kitchen, bath, or any room in your house, call the squad at Creative Kitchens.
With more than 60 years of experience, Creative Kitchens is West Virginia's leading kitchen and bath design and remodeling specialist.
Stop in one of their beautiful showrooms in Huntington, Hurricane, or Lewisburg, or visit Creative Kitchens online at creativekitchens.com.
Creative Kitchens, family serving families since 1959. A proud supporter of the Marshall Thundering Herd.
College sports fans now have access to hundreds of weekly podcasts that zero in on the college sports world. Now available in the Varsity Podcast Network and part of the new Varsity app. The app is free and available from wherever you get your favorite apps. Download the Varsity app today to have access to hundreds of national podcasts as well as your favorite team-focused podcasts. The Varsity Podcast Network now available for free on the Varsity app. Download from the App Store and listen today.
Marshall trails Arkansas State by 3 at the half of the Sun Belt quarterfinal round game. 39-36, Red Wolves lead it. Halftime stats are brought to you by Marshall Orthopedics, taking care of the herd and taking care of you. Marshall and Arkansas State got off to slow starts shooting-wise. Both warmed up a little bit late in the first half. Through 20 minutes, the herd has made 12 of 32, 38%. Marshall's made good on 4 of 12 threes and 8 of 8 at the free throw line. You can do the math on those. For Arkansas State, 36% overall, 13 of 36 have gone through. 3 of 13 on threes is 23%, 10 of 12 at the stripe, 83% there for Arkansas State. Red Wolves are +6 on the glass, out rebounding Marshall 25-19. 11 of those rebounds already in a half. Offensive rebounds for Arkansas State, which has 5 assists on 13 baskets. Marshall has assisted on 8 of the 12, and Dezane Mingo already has 5 assists for the herd, which has turned it over only twice. That's twice as many turnovers as Arkansas State has suffered. Clean first half. Just 1 turnover for the Red Wolves. Arkansas State has blocked 2 shots. Marshall has blocked 6. 4 of those by Obina and Achille Killen. One of the top 2 in the nation in blocked shots, and they're right back and forth. You can check the stats every day to see who's number 1 and far and away the leading shot blocker in the Sun Belt Conference. So you put all those numbers together and you see Marshall down 3 at halftime. Arkansas State 39, Marshall 36. The second half comes your way from Pensacola's Bay Center after this.
Victor's Cleaners is the preferred fabric care specialist of Marshall Athletics, celebrating over 100 years of cleaning your game's best. Victor's Cleaners specializes in everything from golf shirts and khakis to sweaters and coats. Simply everything. Stop by one of the 2 convenient locations in Huntington, downtown at 729 6th Avenue and at 5990 U.S. Route 60 East. Give us a call at 304-525-5050. Trust Victor's Cleaners to help get the wrinkles out of your life. Victor's Cleaners, proud partner of Marshall Athletics.
Looking for someone you can trust for your kitchen or bathroom remodel? Affordable Contracting Solutions is locally owned and operated with an A+ rating with the Better Business Bureau. Affordable Contracting Solutions offers kitchen and bath remodels, decks, and more, on time and on budget. Find them on Facebook at facebook.com/Affordable Contracting Solutions. Send them a message for a free consultation or give them a call at 800-940-0271.
This is the Thundering Herd Sports Network from Learfield.
A dream can begin with any play with the West Virginia Lottery. While every play can't be a winner, every play is a win for West Virginia. Since 1986, lottery proceeds have been invested in our future. More than $3.9 billion towards West Virginia education. Proceeds have helped pave the way for high school graduates to reach their higher education dreams with the Promise Scholarship. No, not every play is a winner, but every play is a win for West Virginia. Dream big, because when you play, West Virginia wins. Play in-store or online with the iPlay app.
Please play responsibly.
Which schools will take home the prestigious Learfield Directors Cup as the top college athletic programs for the 2024-25 college athletics season? You can follow the standings of your favorite team or alma mater at L Directors Cup on Twitter and online at thedirectorscup.com. Trophies will be awarded in June 2025 to the winning institutions in all college sports divisions. Learfield Directors Cup, the crowning achievement in college athletics.
This copyrighted broadcast is an exclusive presentation of Learfield under the broadcasting rights granted by Marshall University. Reuse of this presentation is prohibited without the expressed written consent of Marshall and Learfield. Announcers are provided by Learfield and approved by Marshall University.
Marshall's ball to start the second half. Hurd wears green, Arkansas State white trimmed out in red. Marshall down by 3 as we get ready for the second half. In the regular season meeting in Huntington, Marshall trailed by 6 at halftime. Arkansas State led 35-29, then Marshall exploded to score 48 in the second half and grabbed that win. Hurd's basketball, back and forth game. Marshall has Nate Martin up top, fires to the right wing. Obina fakes the 3, gets his man in the air, drives and dishes to Dawson beyond the arc right. Back outside to Mingo for a reset. Zane at the right hash mark, puts it on the deck, drives Julian inside, a kick up to Spear, moves right, 10 to shoot. Spear turns the corner, drives, scoop shot no good, tipped by Obina no good. Rebound slapped outside, Arkansas State has it, up by 3, they're on the run, and then they work it to the right corner, and Julian, pass out front. Ford Jr. at the free throw line, lobs it to Julian, back to Ford on the wing, 3-point range left side, out front Julian. A bigger player guarded by Jalen Spear on a switch, backing him down, shot clock at 10. Spear tries to draw the charge. Julian falls down, ball gets loose, and Marshall's Obina and a Chili Killen picks it up. Jalen Spear did a masterful job against the big man. Hurd keeps it within 3. Mingo has it on the right wing for Marshall, gets a screen from Martin, gives to him in the high post on a pick and pop. Over to Dawson for a 3, got it to tie the game. Dawson's first points of the game, knotted up 39 all, a minute into the second half. That would be big for the Herd if Dawson would warm up. Mike had 9 points in yesterday's game. Here's a drive, a reverse lay-in, no good by Todd, and Obina gets the rebound for Marshall. So the Herd has a chance to go back in front. Mingo on the right side across midcourt, left to the top of the key, cuts back right on the wing and then loses the ball. Mingo lost it, out of bounds. An unforced error. That's only the 3rd turnover of the game committed by Marshall and only 1 by Arkansas State so far. So the Red Wolves have it out of bounds, tied at 39, 18:25 on the clock. Ford Jr., the sophomore guard from Chicago, Illinois, out front, hands it off to Taryn Todd. Back up top, they send to Pinion for a 3 in the right corner. Off the front iron, though, offensive rebound. Nelson lays it up. That's no good, but he's fouled. It'll be Isaiah Nelson to the free throw line. And Jalen Spear picks up his second. Nelson has been a beast for Arkansas State of late, but in the first half he had just 2 points. And they were at the free throw line. He also has 7 rebounds. It's not like he's been non-existent. But he's had 5 straight double-doubles, and he hits this free throw. Red Wolves back in front, 40-39. He's from Atlanta. 7 double-doubles all year, but 5 in a row coming into the tournament. Line drive free throws, good again. 41-39 Arkansas State. Mingo right up the middle of the floor. Picked up by Todd, goes left, gets a screen, turns the corner, drives down low, but his shot's blocked by Nelson. Rebounded by Taryn Todd, or Julian rather, up the floor. That is Todd. On the right wing, driving on Big Nate, gets down low, shot blocked by Obina and a Chili Killen. 5 blocks for Obina. He'll dribble it himself up the left sideline, slams on the brakes, looks for help. Ball goes to Mingo now on the right wing. Marshall sets it up. Mingo gets a screen from Martin, curls left, shovels it back beyond the arc to Jalen Spear. Tries a pick and roll, and that ball's just stolen away from Spear. Up the floor goes Arkansas State. A drive, a lay-in, no good. Mingo rebounds, but a foul's called. Spear lost the ball, then went back on Todd and committed the foul as Todd went in trying to lay it in. So Jalen has 3. We'll watch that. Taryn Todd on the free throw line after he gets up and checks all of his parts. Gets a round of applause as he is on his feet and says he's okay. Taryn, T-A-R-Y-N, Todd from Vaughan, Ontario, just north of Toronto. Free throw short. Red Wolves 12 of 15 now at the free throw line. With 3 fouls, Spear exits in favor of Jacob Gibbs. Jacob had 4 points and a career-high 8 rebounds in the Herds win over Georgia State last night. Second free throw, no good again. Rebound tipped outside. Mingo grabs it, though. Nelson nearly kept that rebound alive for the Red Wolves. 2 missed free throws by Todd, and it's still a 2-point game. Marshall down 41-39. Mingo on offense, right point. Picks up the dribble, gives to Dawson. Fakes the 3, dribbles, gets to the lane, flips it up off the rim, no good. And as Rubina went up for the rebound, I think he was shoved in the back. Joseph Pinion will pick up number 2. He's the first Red Wolf with 2 fouls. Nate Martin missed much of the first half with 2, and now Jalen Spear has 3 and is on the sideline for Marshall. Mike Dawson is the Herd's top free throw shooter statistically, 83%. Shooting 2 with Marshall down 2. He swishes the first. 4 points this evening for Dawson, all since halftime, and he can tie the game at 41 with free throw number 2. 17-12 on the clock. The winner plays South Alabama, the top seed, tomorrow in the semifinals. Dawson ties the game. Twelfth tie and 13 lead changes. Nobody's led by more than 5. Isaiah Nelson on the right wing, can't back Martin down, flips it out beyond the arc to Pinion. Lob back down to Nelson, spinning lay-in, no good. Martin rebounds for the Herd. A chance for Marshall to go back on top. Nate himself dribbles it up the floor, takes it to the top of the key, sends to Dawson for a 3. Bullseye! High on the right wing. Dawson has warmed up in the half, and Marshall's up by 3, 44-41, 16:40 to go. And a whistle on the Herd as Arkansas State got it up the floor. Maybe Jacob Gibbs with a reach. Red Wolves will have it out of bounds. Mike Dawson, a 3, 2 free throws, and another 3. He's gone over 200 career-made three-pointers tonight. Most of that at the University of Akron. This is 1 year at Marshall. Arkansas State to inbound. They get it into Nelson on the left wing, straddling the arc. A handoff for a 3 by Terrence Ford Jr., and he rolls it around and through. Tie game. That's a dozen for Ford Jr., who averages 9 a game, but he's a good three-point shooter, 39% on the year. You can't go to sleep on him out there. So 44 all, 16-16 on the clock. Dawson has it right wing. This time he curls to the free throw line for a pull-up, and he's gotten another one. Dawson, 10 points in under 4 minutes of this half, and the Herd leads at 46-44. A lob for Nelson underneath. Lay-in's no good. Rebound tapped out to Mingo. Marshall's on the run. 3-on-2, 4-on-2. Mingo right side drives. Lay-in, no, but a foul, and Mingo heads to the line for Marshall. It's almost as if, and Mingo will shoot the free throws after a timeout, is almost as if Dezane waited for the defender to get there, and he was wanting a chance at a three-point play. Herd fans on their feet here at the Bay Center. Breaking the action, Marshall 46, Arkansas State 44. 15 minutes, 56 seconds remain, and Mingo shoots 2 after these messages.
If there's not a Parmar store near you now, there will be soon. You hear us say that a lot, but it's true. Wherever you may go, chances are you will find a Parmar store there, offering everything you need to get you in and back on the road as soon as possible. From gas to groceries to snacks and items for your house, we have it at Parmar Stores. Download the app and sign up for the Parmar Stores rewards card too. West Virginia, Ohio, Kentucky, Maryland, Pennsylvania, and Virginia. If there's not a Parmar store near you now, there will be soon. Find your location now at parmarstores.com.
Are you ready to show your thunderous support for Marshall Thundering Herd basketball? Turn to the winning team at Thornhill Auto Group. We are revved up to back the Herd with unbeatable deals on new and pre-owned vehicles. Drive in style and join the Thundering Herd spirit. Thornhill Auto Group, where community and champions collide. Offering new Chevy, GMC, Ford, Lincoln, Mitsubishi, Chrysler, Dodge, Jeep, Ram, and Toyota. Click or come by the Thornhill Motor Mile, US 119 in Chapmanville, Logan, and Belfry, or thornhillautomotive.com. Go Herd, go Thornhill. We are the road to total savings. See Thornhill for complete details.
Glenn's Sporting Goods has the largest Marshall department ever in the tri-state area. Ladies, men's, kids, and even a pet section, Glenn's has something for the entire family. With brands like Nike, Champion, and Under Armour, Glenn's will have your closet full of Marshall gear for game day. Glenn's is an official Nike sideline dealer with all the latest designs. Glenn's has it all from Marshall accessories to tailgating essentials. Glenn's is the Herd headquarters. Glenn's Sporting Goods, 3rd Avenue and 11th Street, downtown Huntington.
The Marshall Sports Medicine Institute, the exclusive provider of sports medicine services to Marshall University Athletics, is pleased to offer walk-in clinics 6 days a week. Full service appointments are available on a walk-in basis weekdays from 9 until 3, and a screening clinic is conducted Saturday mornings 8 to 10. No appointment necessary. For more information, call 304-691-1880. The Marshall Sports Medicine Institute, taking care of the Herd, taking care of you.
Marshall University and Creative Kitchens, two hometown teams striving for perfection every day. When it's time to update your kitchen, bath, or any room in your house, call the squad at Creative Kitchens.
With more than 60 years of experience, Creative Kitchens is West Virginia's leading kitchen and bath design and remodeling specialist.
Stop in one of their beautiful showrooms in Huntington, Hurricane, or Lewisburg, or visit Creative Kitchens online at creativekitchens.com.
Creative Kitchens, family serving families since 1959. A proud supporter of the Marshall Thundering Herd.
Work studio, technical difficulties out at the Pensacola Bay Center. We'll get you back out there in just a moment. Zane Mingo makes the free throw from the foul after the media timeout. Marshall leads 47-44. Arkansas State with the next possession. They missed a three-pointer over by Joseph Pinion. Marshall has possession, 15:38 left to go in the ball game, leading 47-44. Across the college basketball landscape, big games going on. We'll update you with scores in just a few moments. Zane Mingo pulls up and hits a mid-range jumper. Zane sinks another for the Thundering Herd. The Thundering Herd lead is now 49-44. Zane Mingo has 7 points on the day, 3 of 9 from the floor. Arkansas State now with possession with 15:05 left to go in the ball game. Scores from around college basketball. Once again, we'll get you back out to the Pensacola Bay Center in just a few moments as Marshall has a 49-46 lead. Let's go back out to Steve Cotton at the Bay Center.
All right, thanks, Brandon. We apologize. The internet fell out. We've had power problems, internet problems. Here's Obina. Three's no good. Out of that timeout, and the ball's knocked out of bounds by Arkansas State. Marshall will have possession. Zane Mingo hit a free throw, missed the second. Kobe Julian hit a bucket for Arkansas State. And that's where we stand, 49-46. Marshall on top, 14 minutes, 39 seconds to go. Well, it's been an interesting day with the electronics here. Marshall inbounds Dawson, a three, good on the right wing. Mike Dawson has 13 points all this half. And the Herd has matched its biggest, not quite, 52. Yeah, it is the biggest lead, 52-46. A 3x4 junior's no good to the left. Marshall's Martin rebounds. It's poked away from behind by Nelson. Martin gets it back. In transition to Mingo. Right side, a stop-and-go drive. Shovels to Nate in traffic. There's a battle for the ball. Martin gets it. He gives a head fake. He goes up. No good on the shot. Nelson rebounds for Arkansas State. In transition, here's a three on the left wing. In and out, no good. Martin battling for the rebound, keeps it alive. Domingo. And now we've got a whistle stopping play. And Julian, I think, had gotten tied up with Nate Martin. And I'm not sure. Now they're also checking the officials on Pinion of Arkansas State, saying, are you okay? And they want to go look at whatever happened in that scrum. So 13:58 to go. Marshall leads Arkansas State 52-46. Yeah, this is a facility that is not really equipped for a whole bunch of radio broadcast operations. And it's been a real struggle all day long, and we apologize for losing our Ethernet again. That's the first time, I believe, in this broadcast. I was on the call for the Marshall women's game earlier on our Huntington affiliates, and we had all kinds of power problems during that one and Ethernet problems. Anyway, Marshall leads at 52-46, and that's what matters. 13:58 on the clock. Two of the officials have checked out the monitor, and the three of them huddle up right now to decide if there's anything they want to add to this. Pepsi is the official soft drink of Marshall University Athletics and proud to support the Thundering Herd. Pepsi, that's what I like. Well, Marshall trailed by 3 at halftime, 39-36. In the second half, the Herd has shot it better, including 3 of 4 from three-point range. Marshall's 5 of 10 from the field, whereas Arkansas State this half is just 2 of 10, 1 of 5 on threes. Obina Anachili-Killen leads all scorers. He had 17 all in the first half. Michael Dawson has 13 since the half. All right, the officials go to the two coaches and tell them what's up.
After review, green number 41 receives a flagrant 2 foul. He will be ejected.
Nate Martin has been ejected.
White will shoot 2 free throws. Arkansas State gets the ball on 20 on the shot clock.
And Arkansas State will shoot 2 free throws and get the ball. Wow. I did not see it. I don't know what happened. Nate Martin ejected. Has not scored, but he had 9 rebounds already. What a huge factor and potential swing in this game. It happens with Marshall up 52-46. 13:58 to go. And Martin ejected. Julian will shoot the 2 free throws. He makes the first. He looks now for his 10th point of the night. Misses it off the front iron. Cade Gibbs will now replace Nate Martin. He and Jacob are both in the game, along with Mingo Dawson and Obina. Arkansas State also gets the basketball. Corny Jackson still wanting a word with one of the officials. So Arkansas State will inbound. 5-point Marshall lead. Red Wolves shooting at the hoop to your right as you paint the picture in your mind. They inbound to Nelson under the basket for a dunk. And this crowd for Arkansas State's going crazy, and a stoppage in play again. Nelson has 6. Are they going to call him for a tech for hanging on the rim? The officials huddle up. He did hang there for a good long time, but Obina was in the neighborhood. Brian Hodson, Arkansas State coach, pleading his case. Corny says, hey, you called it. You got to stick with it. And Mike Dawson will go to the free throw line for Marshall. Mike puts one up and in. That's all he gets to shoot on a hanging on the rim call. So Marshall by 4, 53-49, Herd's ball. Dawson 14 points since halftime. So Nelson picks up the technical. That's his second personal. Arkansas State shows pressure out of the out of the inbound play, but backs off immediately. Dawson forecourt, the hot shooter for the Herd. See if Marshall can get him another look. Bounce to Mingo on the right point. Back to Dawson out front. Double team. Puts it on the deck left to the elbow. Spins, fade away. Kick it out to Mingo. Marshall resets 13 to shoot. Mingo out front to Obina. Goes right. Turns the corner. Drives on Julian and draws the foul. Obina and Achille Killen will go to the free throw line for 2. That's 2 on Kobe Julian. Julian played last year at the University of Louisiana and led the Sun Belt in scoring, and then transferred to Arkansas State this year. Team's 3rd foul against Arkansas State this half. Marshall by 4 and Achille Killen to shoot 2. Has 17 tonight. All came before halftime. Free throw up and in and out. Marshall 12 of 14 now at the line. Taryn Todd re-enters the game. Pinion out on the Red Wolf side of things. And Obina for one more free throw. Played only 23 minutes because of foul trouble in the game in Huntington. Misses this free throw, and Julian rebounds. So Arkansas State with the boost when Martin got kicked out. Down by 4 and with the ball. Darian Ford under the basket, can't shoot, dribbles it outside and gives it up top to Taryn Todd. Todd right around a screen by Nelson, goes back to the left side elbow, fade away over Gibbs is good. Tough bucket right there, and it's a 2-point game. 14 for Todd, that's his first score since halftime. We hit 13 minutes to go, Marshall 53, Arkansas State 51. Zane Mingo, left-hand pass to Dawson, high on the left wing. Dawson tried to bounce it to Obina, it's knocked away. Dawson dives to keep the ball alive. But it's going to be, did Marshall get a timeout called? The possession arrow goes to the Red Wolves. And Dawson still down holding his head with both hands, lying on his back. Well, it's gotten chippy is an understatement out there. Dawson's helped up and says he's okay. Herd's lead was 6 when Martin got ejected. And it's down to 2, and Arkansas State has the ball. That is the 6th Marshall turnover. 4 have come since halftime. Just 2 turnovers all game long, 1 each half for Arkansas State. At 3/4 court, Julian inbounds to Todd, and the Red Wolves look to tie it again or maybe even regain the lead. Todd out front, right around the Nelson screen, turns the corner, Gibbs sticks with him, left through the lane, picked up by Obina, has to lob it back outside to the point guard Ford Jr. He goes right behind the back dribble to the free throw line, and he's bumped by Cade Gibbs, a whistle on the Herd. That is the 5th foul on Marshall this half, first on Cade today. 12:31 to play, Marshall by 2, but down Nate Martin for the rest of this one. Todd will trigger in for the Red Wolves, baseline right. Kicks it into the corner. Nice strong drive to the basket. Now a kick to the right corner for a Todd 3 off the front iron. Glances off the metal to Dawson. Ahead to Jacob Gibbs. On the run, a drive. Shot blocked. Rebound by Dawson. They're going to call the foul. Dawson had a lay-in, but they're going to call, is it a foul or was it basket interference and count the bucket? Yes. So score that one for Jacob Gibbs, and Marshall's in front by 4. And a foul as well. Let's see. Ford is hit with his 2nd foul, the 4th team foul. It is a timeout. It's 55-51, Marshall by 4, and a free throw coming up for Jacob Gibbs. They're reviewing the goaltend. We'll tell you how it comes out when we return after these messages.
A dream can begin with any play with the West Virginia Lottery. While every play can't be a winner, every play is a win for West Virginia. Since 1986, lottery proceeds have been invested in our future. More than $3.9 billion towards West Virginia education. Proceeds have helped pave the way for high school graduates to reach their higher education dreams with the Promise Scholarship. No, not every play is a winner, but every play is a win for West Virginia. Dream big, because when you play, West Virginia wins. Play in-store or online with the iPlay app.
Please play responsibly.
This is your home of the Herd. the Thundering Herd Sports Network from Learfield.
When the unexpected happens, it's good to know that you can count on Panhandle Cleaning and Restoration, the official restoration partner of Marshall Athletics. Whether it's fire, smoke, flood, or storm damage at your home or business, you can rest assured that we have helped thousands of customers just like you with the right people, equipment, and expertise. We are ready to respond 24 hours a day to get you back on your feet.
Aw, shucks. The game's on TV, but I can't listen to the call of my favorite team broadcasters.
Never fear. Sync My Game is here.
Sync My Game?
Yes, Sync My Game. If you have a DVR and streaming device, head to syncmygame.com from Learfield. It's never been easier to hear the impassioned voices of your favorite radio crew synced with the TV.
Wow, thank you, Mr.
Just remember, syncmygame.com.
And 19 to go. They are still checking out the goaltend call. Marshall 55 right now. Arkansas State 51. And it stays as a goaltend plus the foul. Todd committed the foul. Nelson, the 6'10 post player, blocked the shot but was called for the goaltend. So Marshall has a chance at a three-point play. Right now, let's pause 10 seconds for your station to identify itself. You're listening to Thundering Herd Basketball at the Sun Belt Tournament on the West Virginia Lottery. Thundering Herd Sports Network from Learfield. Steve Cotton in Pensacola. Brandon Joseph back at network control. Thank you for tuning in for Marshall's quarterfinal game. 55-51 Herd, and Jacob Gibbs on the line looking for his first point of the game. Had 4 points and 8 rebounds in Marshall's win over Georgia State at the final couple of seconds last night. Gibbs, the lefty, Gibbs brother, puts it up too strong. No good. So still a 4-point Marshall lead. If you just tuned in, the Herd's without Nate Martin, who got ejected. Flagrant 2 foul. Arkansas State has Taryn Todd left of the lane, goes to Nelson right side. His jumper's no good. Rebound fought for, and fighting for the ball, Cade Gibbs is the one who touched it last. It stays with Arkansas State. Brandon's flipping through the rule book back in the studios, and apparently this is up for review as to whether Martin would get to play the next game or not. Arkansas State inbounds, trying to make it a one-possession game. Nelson muscles to the lane, left side of the paint. Hook shot good. Spun around his left shoulder over Obina. Nelson has 8. Marshall's lead trimmed to 2 at 55-53. 11:45 and 44 to go. Mingo over midcourt to the left sideline. Turns the corner on his man Ford. Gets to the baseline, cut off, and then turns it over. Tried to hand it to Cade Gibbs, and Terrence Ford Jr., make it Taryn Todd, just reached in and took it away. So Marshall suffers a turnover, up by 2. The Red Wolves could tie it or even regain the lead. Todd out front, moves left on a switch. Dawson picks him up. Todd still on the dribble, working on Cade Gibbs now. Goes right around a screen, backs up. 3 on the way for the lead, off the front rim. No good. Rebound fought for, and the Red Wolves get it back. They give the ball back to Todd. Right side, a drive, middle of the lane. Spinning shot, no good. Cade Gibbs gets this rebound for the Herd. Marshall keeps the 2-point lead. The clock moves inside, 11 minutes to play. Mingo on the dribble on the left wing. Guarded by Julian man-to-man. Lobs to Obina, 15 feet out left. Backing his way down toward the side of the paint. Still on the dribble, spins baseline. Gets inside, lay-in, missed it. Gets it back, Obina fade away, no good again. Rebounded by Arkansas State, and a foul called on the Red Wolves, and their fans are hot about that. They thought that Obina and Achille Killen should have been called for a travel in the midst of all that. The third foul, by the way, on Terrence Ford Jr. 5 fouls on the Red Wolves. They'll put Joseph Pinion, their 3-point specialist, back in. So Marshall gets another try at it with a 2-point lead, 10:37 to go. Mingo's going to trigger it in, baseline left, about 10 feet from the hoop. And another discussion of some sort. And the officials are going to go back to the replay monitor. Well, there's been a lot of that in this game. And part of it turned out very poorly for Marshall with the ejection of Nate Martin. Both teams on the floor like it's a timeout. I'm kind of scared to take the official break right here and afraid we've missed something before we come back. I think Brandon's trying to give me some information. Try that again, Brandon. Well, we think we do have a media timeout, so we'll pause. The Herds up by 2, 55-53, 10:37 to play. We return to Pensacola in the Bay Center after you hear this.
As proud corporate sponsors of Marshall University Athletics, Bluegrass Tours proudly provides group transportation with clean late model equipment and modern amenities, including Wi-Fi, internet, and electric outlets. Bluegrass Tours can handle all your transportation needs, including high school and collegiate sports travel, corporate outings, or group tours. To get there safely and in style, visit bgtky.com or call Bluegrass Tours at 800-755-6956. Again, that's 800-755-6956. Bluegrass Tours. They're ready to go. Are you?
For more than 4 decades now, Ford F-Series has given hard-working folks more of everything they want in a truck. More capability, more power, and more smart technology. That's why, for 47 years now, more people have chosen Ford F-Series than any other brand. To test drive a new F-Series yourself and discover a 47-year legacy of toughness, visit your local Ford store today.
Buying your dream home. Driving down new roads. Starting that business you've always dreamed of. Sending your kids off to college. Living out your dream retirement. No matter what dreams you have, Encova Insurance can help make them a reality. Visit Encova.com to find an agent in your neighborhood and find out how you can customize your home, auto, and business insurance to fit your needs today. Encova Insurance. We're ready for what's next.
Well, Marshall 55, Arkansas State 53. 10 minutes, 37 seconds to go. We're in the quarterfinals, and we're midway through the second half. The officials still haven't announced anything about whatever it is they are reviewing that sent us to the timeout. We've had 13 ties in this game and 14 lead changes. Nate Martin, a couple of minutes ago, clock time, was ejected for Marshall for a flagrant 2 foul. And again, sorry, but I did not see what happened. We have been given no replays here, so just assume that they got it right. Team's back on the floor, and it's Marshall's ball out of bounds on its end. So no Nate Martin. The Herds on the court right now with both of the BGs, the Gibbs brothers, Dezane Mingo, Mike Dawson, and Obina Anachili Killen. Obina has 17 for Marshall. He hasn't scored since halftime. Mike Dawson has 14. All of his points have come since halftime. Jacob Gibbs lobs it into Obina on the left point. A handoff to Mingo, who goes right to the top of the key. Left around an Obina screen. Slips, he falls. He flips the ball to Jacob Gibbs, going baseline. He slips. He bounces the ball to his brother. A kick to Dawson. Right side drive, pull up, bank shot, in and out, no good. Rebound batted around. Arkansas State's Ford Jr. grabs it. Red Wolves again a chance to tie or take the lead. Ford Jr. all the way, stop and go drive under the basket, but Obina's there, so he circles out. Thought better about trying to shoot against the shot blocker, Anachili Killen. Still on the dribble, goes to the right elbow, crossover, goes to the block, up and under against Gibbs, gets the roll on a lay-in. Tie game. 14 for Terrence Ford Jr., the Chicago sophomore. Under 10 to play, and we are tied again. Dezane Mingo over midcourt. Picked up near the timeline by Ford. Goes to the right hash mark. Jacob Gibbs comes high to set a screen, now backs away and takes the pass top of the key right back to Mingo. 10 to shoot. Zane forced into the corner and a double team there. He's in trouble. Gets the ball to Jacob Gibbs outside. Here's a Cade Gibbs three off the back iron, no good. And a rebound by Arkansas State. They're up the floor. Darian Ford with the rebound, hands it off to Terrence Ford, and the Red Wolves can go back in front. They back it out, slow it down, call the play. Left around a high screen. Ford goes right to the elbow, spins along the free throw line, gives to Pinion, a bounce down low. Nelson, a head fake, shot blocked by Obina, foul called. Anachili Killen whistled. That'll be 2 on him, and 2 free throws with Arkansas State in a tie game, looking to regain the lead. That's 2 on Obina, but his running mate in the post, Nate Martin, gone. He's in the locker room, done for this one with the ejection. And Isaiah Nelson to the line. Arkansas State is 13 of 18 on free throws. Marshall 12 of 16 tonight. Nelson makes it. A lead again for the Red Wolves. Wyatt Fricks is in for Cade Gibbs. Kobe Julian returns for Arkansas State. And Nelson to shoot one more. Up and in. He has a line drive, but he keeps knocking down the free throws. He's 6 for 6, and it's 57-55 Arkansas State. Zane Mingo up the middle of the floor for the Herd, trying to tie it up or maybe go back in front. Jalen Spear, pick and roll, feeds Obina, bobbles it underneath, is out of bounds, but touched by Nelson of Arkansas State. It stays with Marshall with 8:54 to go and 18 on the shot clock. The Herd will trigger in. That last lead change, the 15th of the game. And the Herd down again. A lob to Dawson, leaping catch at the left hash mark on the inbound from Mingo. DeZane comes out, takes the ball right there at the hash. Goes right, turns the corner, gets to the rim, lay in no good. Tip though, up and in by Obina. Tie game again. Anachili Killen has 19. That's his first bucket since halftime. 57 all. Julian, a left side drive against Frick. Spins, shot up. Obina blocks it. Rebound fought for. Dawson has it for the Herd. That was touched by 2 or 3 players. Long feed up the floor to Spear. Kicks to Fricks. Back up top, Mike Dawson. Dawson looks for Mingo. His pass knocked away. A steal. A lazy pass. Stolen. A drive and a dunk by Todd. And the Red Wolves lead at 59-57. Sloppy. Dawson didn't realize there was a defender there, and he just made a soft pass to Mingo. And that cost the Herd a possession and the lead. 8 minutes to go. Mingo on the left point. Obina comes high to set a screen. DeZane right around the pick. Turns the corner. Drives strong. Has a shot blocked. Maybe a foul. I thought there was contact. I haven't heard a whistle. Timeout. And it is a foul. Mingo will shoot 2 when we come back. 7:54 to go. Arkansas State 59, Marshall 57, but the Herd's on the line for 2 when we return to Pensacola.
Are you ready to show your thunderous support for Marshall Thundering Herd basketball? Turn to the winning team at Thornhill Auto Group. We are revved up to back the Herd with unbeatable deals on new and pre-owned vehicles. Drive in style and join the Thundering Herd spirit. Thornhill Auto Group, where community and champions collide. Offering new Chevy, GMC, Ford, Lincoln, Mitsubishi, Chrysler, Dodge, Jeep, Ram, and Toyota. Click or come by the Thornhill Motor Mile, US 119 in Chapmanville, Logan, and Belfry, or thornhillautomotive.com. Go Herd, go Thornhill. We are the road to total savings. See Thornhill for complete details.
This is the Thundering Herd Sports Network from Learfield.
Marshall University and Creative Kitchens, 2 hometown teams striving for perfection every day. When it's time to update your kitchen, bath, or any room in your house, call the squad at Creative Kitchens.
With more than 60 years of experience, Creative Kitchens is West Virginia's leading kitchen and bath design and remodeling specialist.
Stop in one of their beautiful showrooms in Huntington, Hurricane, or Lewisburg, or visit Creative Kitchens online at creativekitchens.com.
Creative Kitchens, family serving families since 1959. A proud supporter of the Marshall Thundering Herd.
Which schools will take home the prestigious Learfield Directors Cup as the top college athletic programs for the 2024-25 college athletics season? You can follow the standings of your favorite team or alma mater at L Directors Cup on Twitter and online at thedirectorscup.com. Trophies will be awarded in June 2025 to the winning institutions in all college sports divisions. Learfield Directors Cup, the crowning achievement in college athletics.
Well, it's Arkansas State back on top. 7:54 to go. Second half in Pensacola. Red Wolves 59, Thundering Herd 57. But Marshall gets to shoot 2 free throws after this break in the action. Pepsi is the official soft drink of Marshall University Athletics and proud to support the Thundering Herd. Pepsi, that's what I like. That was foul number 3 on big man Isaiah Nelson right before the timeout. He was held to only 2 points in the first half, but we talked about what a strong finish he had to the year with 5 consecutive double-doubles heading into the tournament, and he needs 1 rebound to get there. He has 10 points and 9 rebounds in this evening's game. But he fouled Dezane Mingo on that drive to the basket. So Mingo heads to the line. Dezane has 7 points in this one. He's 1 for 2 at the free throw line. Marshall's 12 of 16. Well, if he made a couple of free throws, we would have our 16th tie of the game, but he's got work to do. Down 59-57. The Hamilton, Ontario native puts that ball on his left hip like he does before every free throw. He shoots it up, no good, too strong. Mingo will shoot 1 more. He's ready, ball on hip, lines it up, flips it up, swishes this one. Marshall down 1. 8 points for Mingo, who had 19 in the win over Georgia State yesterday. Clock rolling down to 7:45 to play. Terrence Ford Jr. on the point. Bounces to Julian on the left of center out front. Wyatt Fricks in the game defends Kobe Julian. A handoff to Pinion. Hurd has Fricks now on him. Pinion flips it to Ford out front, turns the corner, loses the ball middle of the lane, off his own leg out of bounds. A turnover gives it back to the Thundering Herd. That is only the 3rd turnover of the night committed by Arkansas State. Marshall has a chance to regain the lead. 59-58 Red Wolves, and Mingo up the floor. Taryn Todd waits at midcourt. Zane angles right, takes it to the right hash, pass to the top of the key, and Obina feeds Spear. A runner at the free throw line, no good. Rebound tapped out front, and it goes to Pinion of Arkansas State. Red Wolves keep the lead. Julian, a left side drive into traffic, shot good. He got it down low on Fricks. 3-point lead for the Red Wolves, 61-58. Down to 7 minutes to play. Kind of muscled his way in there on Wyatt. And again, no Nate Martin for the Herd for the rest of this one. Obina inside the arc left point. Flips the ball to Mingo beyond the 3-point line. He goes into the corner and then had a shot apparently blocked but out of bounds. Or is that a foul? Yep. Again, can't hear the whistles. We're far removed from the floor. But the foul called, and Mingo back on the line with Marshall down 3. 7th team foul against Arkansas State, so Marshall's in the bonus. That's 3 on Taryn Todd. Mingo, who hit 1 of 2 a moment ago and has 8 points tonight, is back on the line, toes the stripe. 61-58 Arkansas State. Free throw up, 61-59, and Mingo looks for his 10th point. Obina 19, Dawson 14. Mingo next in line with 9, looking for 10, trying to make it a 1-point game again. Dezane readies. It is up, and it's good. 61-60 Red Wolves with the lead in the ball. Terrence Ford Jr., right of center, crosses midcourt. Jalen Spear picks him up. Ball goes out front to Nelson. Obina backs way off the big man. A handoff to Todd, who circles left, can't penetrate. Skip pass to Ford on the right wing. Mingo jumps out there on Terrence Ford Jr., 10 to shoot. Ball to Julian. He'll fire a 3. Badly offline. An air ball that's rebounded by Nelson, but he's fallen out of bounds. Flips it in the air toward midcourt. Shot clock's down to 2, and The official stop play. They were at the end of the shot clock. It was going to expire. They were catching the ball at midcourt. And I don't get it. Must be missing something. 6:19 on the clock. Marshall down 1. I thought was just about to get the ball back with Arkansas State without a prayer of getting a shot off there. The unexpected happens every day, a lot of it here in Pensacola today. When it does, head to Kohl's and Kohl's.com for everything your family needs. Kohl's, where families come first. Pretty good crowd has made its way from Jonesboro, Arkansas in that region. For the Red Wolves, Marshall, great contingent wearing Kelly green here as well. And Troy's had a bunch of people show up today. Much better crowd today. Not a surprise as you get later in the tournament. They must be looking at whether that ball might have been out of bounds before they flipped it back toward midcourt. It's going to be very late in the shot clock no matter what. And I guess if it went out of bounds, it might have been touched last by Arkansas State, so Marshall would have the ball. Well, they might as well get it right, and that's what they're trying to do. Might get frustrated with the guys wearing the striped shirts, but they're out there tasked with a very tough job to get done. A lot of big, fast guys moving fast out there. They're going to put 2 on the shot clock, so Arkansas State's going to have a chance here. Is it going to be out of bounds under, or it looks like out of bounds on the sideline? Well, they have time to get it in, get off a quick shot. Marshall down 61-60, 6:20 to go. 2 on the shot clock for the Red Wolves. Terrence Ford Jr. will trigger it in from just above the left side hash mark on the right end of the floor. Jalen Spear waving arms in front of him. 2 to get a shot off. He's looking, bounces to the top of the key. Pinion's 3 is blocked by Fricks. Wyatt Fricks picks it up at midcourt. He's on the run, loses the ball. Fricks lost it. The Red Wolves head the other way. Ford Jr. as Marshall gets back, gives to Pinion for a 3. Got it. Straight on. Huge sequence right there. 64-60 Red Wolves, 6 minutes to go. Fricks made a big play with a block, and then he turned it over on the other end in a 3 the other way. Zane Mingo on the left side hash mark. Goes to the side of the baseline, has a shot blocked, gets it back, throws it off the Red Wolves out of bounds. Well, Mingo got himself in trouble and then found a way to get himself out of that jam by throwing it off of Arkansas State, which has the 4-point lead, 5:46 to go. 12 on the shot clock. They'll hold play for Taryn Todd to tie his shoe before giving the ball to Spear right in front of Corny Jackson on the Marshall side. So Marshall down by 4. Into Obina. Shot blocked, but a foul called. Obina knocked to the floor. Red Wolves fans thought it was clean. Pinion's 3rd foul. 8 on the Red Wolves. And Anachili Killen back to the free throw line for Marshall. Trying to inch the herd a little bit closer to Arkansas State. First game of the tournament for the 4th-seeded Red Wolves. Marshall pushed all the way to the end of last night's game, scoring on a 3-point play by Obina with under 2 seconds left to break the tie and win it as he made the free throw, 79-76. Here another Obina free throw, no good. He's missed 3 in a row this half. Marshall now 15 of 21. And Anachili Killen 6 of 9. He made his first 6. He's missed 3 in a row. So it's still a 2-possession game. Second free throw from Anachili Killen is good this time. He has 20. But Marshall trails at 64-61. 5:40 on the clock. And Taryn Todd up the floor. Mingo picks him up man-to-man out front. Left around a Nelson screen. Turns the corner all the way to the rim. Lay in off the glass and good. Taryn Todd just decided, I'm going all the way, and he did. And the Red Wolves have matched their biggest lead. Mingo to the free throw line for the Herd. Backdoor cut by Dawson. Gets the ball to him, but he can't shoot. They'll work it around to the left again, and Mingo, left wing, 15-footer, air ball. Mingo way off the mark. Julian rebounds, and the Red Wolves up by 5, go front court. They've actually led by 6 one time, but they're looking for a new biggest lead of the game at 5 minutes to go. Todd, another drive, gets down low, and a foul called. Boy, Todd's the one who went flying into the lane. He initiated the contact, but if the Marshall man's on the move, doesn't matter. And he gets the call, and he'll shoot too. Mingo tried to draw the charge, but picks up instead his second foul on the block. 66-61, Red Wolves, 4:58 to go, and Todd on the line. Taryn Todd, 2 for 4. As a team, 15 of 20. For the white-clad Red Wolves. Free throw good. Marshall lost Nate Martin, ejected from the game for a flagrant foul with just under 14 minutes to play. At that point, the Herd had a 6-point lead. Big difference now. Free throw too strong. Cade Gibbs in, grabs the rebound for Marshall. Gives to Mingo. Herd's down 6. Red Wolves have matched their biggest lead of the contest. Mingo at the left hash mark. Picks up the dribble. Needs some help. A bounce to Obina on the wing. Goes baseline left. Spins. Double team. Skip pass to the right side. Jalen Spear. Spear feeds Cade Gibbs on the wing. 15 feet out. Leans into the lane. Right hand. Splits the defender. Puts it up. Banks it in. Draws the foul. Nifty move by Cade Gibbs, who has 9 and looks for 10 now. Who got the foul? Cade sliced through a couple of Red Wolves, and it's Pinion who made the contact, and that's 4 on him. Joseph Pinion, who has 11. Darian Ford is in for him. 67-63. Cade Gibbs will try to finish off a 3-point play. Cade's 2 for 2 at the free throw line. Those free throws came in the first half. He puts it up. No good. Nelson rebounds. It hung on the rim and rolled off to the bad side as far as the Herd's concerned. Still a 4-point lead for the Red Wolves, and Terrence Ford Jr. standing in the midcourt logo. Jalen Spear defensively for Marshall. A bounce goes to Todd left. The handoff to Julian. Back to Todd. Baseline drive left side under the basket. Shot blocked by Obina. It goes to Nelson, who's fouled. Anachili Killen blocked the shot on the first one, then gets called for the foul on the second. His third. And Isaiah Nelson, who is 6 for 6 at the line, goes to the stripe again with his team holding a 67-63 lead. So Nelson shoots 2. Boy, we did see a replay of that. Not much contact by Obina, and Nelson line drives another free throw through. He has his 6th straight double-double, finishing the season in a huge way. A couple of those games saw him grab 20-plus rebounds. Next free throw also good, back to a 6-point lead. Nelson, 12 points, 12 rebounds. It helps him that Nate Martin's not in there battling for those rebounds. Mingo at midcourt gives the ball to Obina on the right point. Handoff to Jalen Spear, pick and roll, then feeds Dawson, left corner, 3-pointer Mike Dawson, too strong. Rebound tapped around, Cade Gibbs grabs it for the Herd. A dribble, a shovel pass to Obina underneath, a little jumper's good. Baby hook by Anachili Killen. Marshall back within 4, and timeout called. 22 points for Obina, 69-65 Red Wolves. 3:48 remaining at the Bay Center, and we're back after you hear this.
Buying your dream home. Driving down new roads. Starting that business you've always dreamed of. Sending your kids off to college. Living out your dream retirement. No matter what dreams you have, Encova Insurance can help make them a reality. Visit Encova.com to find an agent in your neighborhood and find out how you can customize your home, auto, and business insurance to fit your needs today. Encova Insurance. We're ready for what's next.
A dream can begin with any play with the West Virginia Lottery. While every play can't be a winner, every play is a win for West Virginia. Since 1986, lottery proceeds have been invested in our future. More than $3.9 billion towards West Virginia education. Proceeds have helped pave the way for high school graduates to reach their higher education dreams with the Promise Scholarship. No, not every play is a winner, but every play is a win for West Virginia. Dream big, because when you play, West Virginia wins. Play in-store or online with the iPlay app.
Please play responsibly.
What do you call a group of grown men and women decked out in green and white who get together every Saturday to share a 3-hour-long ritual of jumping, singing, and toasting Miller Lite while yelling, "We are," with someone shouting back, "Marshall," over and over again? You call it Miller Time in Huntington. Here's to the Thundering Herd. Here's to the original light beer with only 96 calories. It's Miller Time. Must be 21. Celebrate responsibly.
Yeah, Marshall's down. Time grows short. Still only a 4-point game. 3 minutes, 48 seconds to go in the Sun Belt quarterfinal matchup between the Herd and Arkansas State. Red Wolves 69, Marshall 65. Pepsi is the official soft drink of Marshall University Athletics and proud to support the Thundering Herd. Pepsi says, "We are Marshall." Arkansas State finished in that 4-way tie for first place atop the Sun Belt standings, 22-9 on the year, 13-5 in league play. Marshall, a game back of those top 4, so the Herd's the 5 seed. Beat the 8-seeded Georgia State Panthers last night, 79-76. That was the 20th win of the season for Coach Corny Jackson's team. 20-12. Again, Arkansas State 22-9 under second-year coach Brian Hodson. He's a 2011 graduate of Fredonia State. Red Wolves band playing during that timeout. Their cheerleaders and dance team on the floor. Marshall has its band, its cheerleaders and dance team, and Marco in the building as well. And so, Marshall back on the floor, looking for a stop now. You have in the game Jalen Spear, Dezane Mingo, Mike Dawson, Cade Gibbs, and Obina Anachili Killen. Obina 22 points, Dawson 14, Mingo 10 for Marshall. 19 by Taryn Todd leads the Red Wolves. Terrence Ford Jr. 14, a dozen for Nelson. Pinion 11, 4 double-digit scores, make it 5. Julian has 11. All 5 starters in double figures for Arkansas State. Julian's at the free throw line, spins right, gets down low, bank shot good. Tough move by Kobe Julian, that's 13 for him. Arkansas State back up by 6 at 71-65. Their fans starting to feel it here. A lot of them on their feet. Jalen Spear, pick and roll, lob for Obina, tips it through, draws the foul. That's Julian with his third, and a chance for Obina to go to the free throw line and cut the lead in half. Foul trouble for the Red Wolves. You're getting late in the game. Pinion has 4. The rest of the starting 5, 4 guys have 3 each now. 24 for Anachili Killen. 10th team foul, by the way. And after this, double bonus for the Herd. Marshall, 8 team fouls. Obina looks for his 25th point. The free throw is up, in and out. He's missed 4 of them in the second half, and that's the difference in the game right now. 71-67 Red Wolves. Arkansas State forecourt. Todd on the dribble, right point. Left around a screen from Nelson. Picks up the dribble, sends it to Darian Ford for a 3, short on the right wing. Obina had the rebound, and then he's fouled as Julian took it away. And we'll go to the other end to shoot 2. And that's 4 on Kobe Julian. Anachili Killen got his hands on it, and then turned enough that Julian kind of made contact as he flew through and tried to take it away. But Marshall right now needs for its senior, Obina, to make free throws. He's 7 of 11. 71-67. And back to the line for the Nigerian, Anachili Killen. Shooting 2. Ready, shoots, makes. Rolled it around the rim a couple of times, and it dropped through. 25 and counting. Jacob Gibbs replaces his brother Cade. Pinion with 4 fouls replaces Julian, who takes his 4 to the sidelines. And Anachili Killen will shoot one more. He aims it up and in. A swish this time. 71-69. The Herds back within 2. We now have under 3 minutes to go. Terrence Ford Jr., left of center, signals the play call as he crosses midcourt. Bounces the ball to Nelson, gets it back on the right point. Nelson setting a screen on Spear. He'll go left, give it up into the corner, and Taryn Todd squaring up on Mingo. They clear it out. He goes baseline, then kicks it to the right side. Darian Ford through the paint, and he throws it away. Too wide for Taryn Todd, and he had to step on the sideline to reel it in. Turnover to Marshall. The Herd has the ball down 2. That is only the 4th turnover of the night by Arkansas State. But it comes at a good time as far as the green-clad fans are concerned. Pinion's out. Julian's in. A little offense-defense right there. Into Spear. Marshall tries to tie or could regain the lead with a 3. 2.5 to go. Obina top of the key. A dribble left. The handoff to Mingo. Drifts to the right. Guarded out front. Crossover dribble right. Takes it on Julian. Goes to the rim. Julian backs off with 4 fouls, and Mingo lays it in to tie the game. A dozen for DeZane. 71-71. 2:10, 2:09 to go. Ford cuts into the lane. Pull up. Right side jumper good on the 10-footer by Terrence Ford. 73-71 Arkansas State. He was aggressive. Didn't waste any time. Got what he wanted. Scored it. And a whistle, a timeout by Corny Jackson. Must be. So 1:54 to go. And Marshall does take the timeout. The Herd has 1 timeout left. Arkansas State has 3 of its remaining. And the Red Wolves on top 73-71. It was tied at 71 all. That was the 16th tie of the game, which has had 15 lead changes. Marshall has still led for more minutes than Arkansas State, but the minutes you lead don't matter. It's just who's on top when the clock goes to zeros. And right now, Arkansas State's up 73-71. Herd has it on offense after the Corny Jackson timeout. He wanted to draw up something here to give his team a good look. Thought that was important. Mingo will take it out of bounds right next to the Marshall bench. Jacob Gibbs, Jalen Spear, Mike Dawson, Obina in the game. Marshall inbounds to Spear up top. Goes right around the high screen. Obina gives to Obina, top of the key. Fakes the handoff to Mingo circling out. The pass goes to Gibbs left. Now Mingo comes there, takes it, and he's fouled by Taryn Todd. That's his 4th. And Marshall will shoot 2. This time it's to Zane Mingo. So Todd, Pinion, and Julian all have 4 fouls for Arkansas State. Marshall's been without Nate Martin, who was ejected with just under 14 minutes remaining in the game. So far, Arkansas State hasn't lost anybody, but kind of a sticky situation for them. And Jacob Gibbs will shoot 2 with Marshall down 2. Jacob 75% on the season, looking for his first points of the night. Puts it up, in and out, no good. Marshall in the second half is 10 of now 19 at the free throw line and trails by 2. That's a tough number to swallow if the Herd drops this one. Gibbs with one more. It is up and good this time. 73-72. Red Wolves stay on top. And Taryn Todd will dribble it up the middle of the floor. Mingo waits at midcourt. Todd goes left around a Nelson screen, turns the corner, turns on the Jets, gets down low. Obina blocks the shot. Rebound by Gibbs. Outlet to Mingo. Marshall in transition. Mingo slams on the brakes. Now curls to the free throw line for a jump shot off the mark. Rebound battled for. We might have a jump ball here. Obina did a marvelous job of reaching in to tie that one up. He was the odd man out. with Pinion and Nelson battling in there, and Julian also in the neighborhood. But it's a jump ball, and the arrow keeps it on Marshall's end. Hustle play by Obina. And Marshall with the ball down by 1, $1:22 on the clock. Right baseline, but near the basket for Mingo to take it out of bounds. They mop up the floor. There's an ice rink under the court, and that's an ongoing issue here, a slick floor. All right, Mingo has the ball ready to go with a herd down 1. Dezane lobs it up top to Jacob Gibbs. Gives the ball to Jalen Spear. A bounce to Mingo, right wing. Goes baseline, gets a step. Reverse lay-in blocked, but Mingo gets it back. Gives to Dawson. Back to Mingo. Back to Dawson. 3 on the way for the lead. Off the mark. Rebound, Nelson. Boy, Marshall got a great look from Mike Dawson, who has 14 points in the half. But that one off the mark. And there's a minute to go. Arkansas State back on offense with a 1-point lead. Now letting a little clock melt away. Terrence Ford Jr. back near midcourt. Spears out there defensively. Shot clock down to 12. Now at 10. Left around a screen. Weaves back right. Stop and go drive to the baseline. Shot clock at 5. A kick out. Pinion fakes the 3. Forces a tough 3. No good. And they're going to call a foul on Anachili Killen. Corny Jackson is hot. He is furious on that whistle that gives 3 free throws to Pinion. That was going to be a tough 3 anyway at the end of the shot clock. But number 4 on Anachili Killen has the Arkansas State man and the great free throw shooter headed to the stripe with 39 seconds to go. Pinion shoots 3. He's 4 of 4 tonight. 4 of 5. Missed it. And it'll still be a 1-possession game after these 2 free throws. He has 11. And we'll shoot 2 more. 39 seconds to go. 89% free throw shooter on the year. Missed that one. This one's dead center. 74-72. Marshall changes the side of the lane for Jacob Gibbs and Dezane Mingo. Now everybody's set for Pinion's 3rd free throw. Also on the mark. 3-point lead for the Red Wolves. Marshall inbounds to Mingo. Everybody's on their feet here in the Bay Center. Mingo guarded by Taryn Todd. Angles right through the midcourt logo. Takes it to the right side. Turns the corner on Todd. A drive all the way to the rim. He gets the roll. 1-point game. And Mingo, as Arkansas State inbounds, has made it 75-74. 20 seconds left. Red Wolves front court. Shot clock's off. They'll call time. Brian Hodson calls time. Actually, they're going to call the foul on Gibbs, not a timeout. My mistake. Jacob Gibbs with the foul. Whom did he foul? Red Wolves on the line. And
tallest
it'll be
or anything
Terrence
like that. He does
Ford Jr. He's a 71% free throw shooter with a 1-point lead. It is up, and he gets the roll. He barely got it to the rim, and it rolled over good. He has 17. 76-74, looking for a 3-point lead. Ford puts it up. This one's dead center. He has 18 points. Big game. Marshall down 3. Spear on the right side goes front court. Picks up the dribble, gives to Obina. Up top. Goes left. Marshall down 3. Ball to Mingo. Zane back up. 3 on the way for the tie. No good. Rebound fought for. Obina has it for the Herd. 3 seconds left. Into the corner. 3 for the tie. No good. And that's going to do it. Arkansas State rebounds. And the Red Wolves survive and advance. Final score, Arkansas State 77 and Marshall 74. The Red Wolves are the team that makes it to the semifinals and will take on South Alabama at 6 o'clock tomorrow night. The Thundering Herd gave it a run, but comes up 3 points short when all is said and done, missing 2 threes at the end, and it's 77-74. Obina Anachili Killen